Guys, hope you're well. I'm having a bloody nightmare as per not unmuting my mic. That basically sums up the last 15 minutes of my life. If anything's weird your end, guys, let me know so I can try and fix it. Long story short, I sat down at 6:30 like I always do to start setting up for the stream. I bring up my farm sim. I open up farm sim and all of my game files slots are empty. All of them. Including of the obvious 538-hour save that we've been working on since November. Gone. Just gone. So I tried to not have a panic attack and call the emergency services and ask them to help. Had a look. I could see the save files are all there in save game slot 1. All the files are there. Look in the backup. All the files are there. All saved just after 11 o'clock on Sunday night, which is when we were last streaming. But the game slot says there's nothing to select, there's nothing to load. So I'm freaking out, as you can imagine. Like, absolutely freaking out, as you can imagine. And, yeah, so basically what I've done, I've copied all the files over into save game slot 2, and it's loaded, and we're in. So thank goodness for backups. But if anyone's ever seen that before, let me know, because that was the weirdest thing. I've never seen that. I don't know what that was about. The fact that we, basically had... The game files are there. Everything's there. I copied them into save slot 2 and it works. But save game slot 1 is showing us completely empty. But we're in. We're in. So, guys, I'm sorry if there's any issues. I'm sorry if we're not as slick as we normally are. I obviously didn't unmute my mic at the start there. It tells you I'm rattled. So, bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Because, it's been a hell of a... last 15-20 minutes. Right, I've managed to set up, so you might remember on the last save, by the way, welcome to everyone on YouTube. We'll talk about YouTube in a second. But thank you for everyone's patience. I was a couple minutes late. But yeah, a couple of things to tell you about. You might remember on the last stream, now we're streaming to Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok, that I couldn't see alerts. And it was really annoying me because people would gift on TikTok and I couldn't see it. I found a way to get that all on one monitor. So massive thank you to Nigel and AD for the heart. I can see all of that now, which is awesome. If someone on TikTok, I'm welcoming Joyce, welcoming JCB Dave. JCB Dave's also on YouTube, you absolute hero. I'll tell you why that's important in a minute. If someone on TikTok can just say hello so I can check he's coming through to my screen before I minimize TikTok Studio. My poor PC. I'm asking it. We've got audio alerts back. You might remember on the last stream we didn't have Twitch audio alerts. We now have audio alerts. Awesome job. Awesome job. There we go. Right, it's all coming through, so I can minimize TikTok Studio. Guys, my poor PC is going to be absolutely smoking, right? Because I have got running, obviously, TikTok Studio, OBS, Twitch feed, Farming Simulator, all the other little plugin-y kind of stuff I got in the background. So we'll see how it goes. Like, don't get it confused when it saves every 15 minutes and the game staggers. But the issues I'm running with tonight, guys, just because I'm always super honest. So yeah, my game file disappeared 15 minutes before I went to go live. So I had a major panic attack, but I've restored it. We're in. And if I just jump over to the game, for those of you on Twitch and TikTok will be able to see, we're in. It's the right time and everything. I might have fast forwarded about 10 minutes because I've had this running in the background. I don't know why it wasn't in the game save slot. It terrified me, but we're there now. Massive shout out to Jack's World for the heart. Amy, thank you for the resub. 10 months now, 36 months in total. Thank you so much, Amy. I really appreciate it. I hope you're all well. Will, to answer your question regarding the raid, mate, we were getting far too many people starting to raid us with single viewers. They're basically trying to promote their own channel, right? Like, they weren't even live. So they would raid us. Let's say raided with one viewer. We'd give them a shout out. You can only give so many shout outs an hour. And we'd look after the event and we'd realise that they weren't even live. They were just doing it in the hope that our chat would then go and follow them. So I think I'll put anyone who tries to raid under 5 viewers, mate, it won't let them. So it's just to stop it becoming a bit of a spam fest, mate. So sorry you weren't able to raid. I'm good, Amy. I'm super busy, but I'm good. I must admit, normally I come back from my trips like last week and I feel knackered, but I feel energized at the minute, which is good. I'm also quite proud of myself that I've faced so many challenges tonight and we're still live. The old Joel last year would have jacked it all in, told everyone I was burning it all down and stuck a finger up to the world and walked off in a huff, but I haven't. I'm here. Will, it should have let you if you had that many, mate. I think it should be only anyone who's 5 or under. I'll double check the settings, but it should be 5 or under, mate. I specifically remember setting it. Right, but yeah, so guys, I'm running with a couple of issues. I can't OBS updated today, and for whatever reason, my Stream Deck is not working with it. So I'll have to do scene changes manually. Clicking old-fashioned style, that's fine. I can do that. It's just muscle memory. That's like trying to go from an automatic car to a manual car, but it'll be fine. But I do have no access to see all your stuff going on in TikTok, guys, and all your stuff in YouTube. Because you might remember last week, or on Sunday, it was only like 2 days ago, Joel, I couldn't see when people subscribed on YouTube to thank them. I couldn't see GIFs on TikTok, and it made me really uncomfortable. So now I can see all of that. So I can say things like, thank you for the follow, Joseph. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you for the gifts over there from Jack and AD and Nigel. Who else we've got to thank? Loads of people subbed on YouTube. Right, YouTube. This brings you back to my point earlier. Sorry. I'm all over the place because I thought I'd lost a 538-hour save. But we haven't. We're here. We're in it. We're in the world. Thankfully, this is not a dream. It was a bit of a nightmare for a while. So... I did not realise, I'm a clown, I did not realise that, obviously we've been trying to get to 3,000 watch hours on our YouTube channel, because then we can have membership, stickers, emotes, all the usual stuff you used to on Twitch. I haven't been going live on YouTube, because I said to you guys, look, when there's interest there, we'll go, blah, blah, blah. This time last week, we had less than 400 subs. We're now currently sitting on over 550. We've had thousands of views on our farm tour video, like literally 1,000 a day video watches on our farm tour videos. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what took Google and YouTube so long, but all of a sudden, people have found our new game and YouTube channel. It's taken, what, nearly a freaking year, but there we go. I soldiered on. But what I didn't realise after the last stream, guys, the live streams count towards the watch hours. So you don't need to get like 240,000 minutes or whatever it is of watch time on your videos, which is no small amount, right? Even with 10,000 views on one of our farm tour videos, we're not even close to that amount. But the live streams count. Now, bearing in mind we stream for 4 hours, guys. That means if just a handful of you have the stream on a tab in the background on YouTube, and don't come away from Twitch, because you know Twitch pays the bills. I don't want anyone feeling like they should leave Twitch. And TikTok, I don't care that I'm not saying the purple app. I ain't doing that shit. I'll say Twitch, I'll say YouTube. If your AI wants to pick up on it and punish me, then so be it. I'll still be here on Twitch long after you've banned me from TikTok. But if anyone wants to have us on in the background on YouTube, that would be amazing. Because obviously I stream for 4 hours. If you have 10 people have it on in the background for 4 hours, that's a hell of a lot of watch time. So yeah, I know I don't ask for a lot, guys. I don't normally do that whole pluggy thing and ask you to follow and like and share and all that stuff. But on this occasion I am, because people seem to really like the live on YouTube, and if we do build a community there, we want to give them a similar experience to what we've got on Twitch with emotes and membership and stuff like that, right? So that's what we've got to get to, 3,000 watch hours. We're about 1,000 off of it at the minute, so you guys can do the maths, how many people need to watch the live streams. Right, I think I'm caught up. Ignore the light flash in the background. Everything's going pissing wrong at the minute. I'm surprised. And also, the rain was driving in my window, so I had to bring my aircon pipe in, and kind of dripped all over my amp, so let's hope that's all right. So I've got no aircon. So if I'm not asking enough of this PC, it's also not being cooled. So if you see smoke, I tell you what, that's a hell of a way to end your streaming career, innit? Just imagine the room just slowly getting engulfed with smoke and I refuse to quit. Don't worry, though, I've got a 6-year-old in the room next door. This is a fantasy world. This isn't real life. But imagine that, just as the smoke starts taking over and I start coughing and my voice gets fainter. And that was the last stream you witnessed on Joel. Out with the smolder. Right, here we go. Let's get caught up. Daniel, thank you for getting involved in YouTube chat. Elliot, thank you for getting involved in YouTube chat. Really appreciate it, guys. If you're not subbed, you know what to do. Like I say, we're on 3 platforms at the minute, guys, and I did have a bit of a panic because my game file save was missing. Just anyone else had that? Has anyone had that in chat, by the way? So I loaded up the game, and all the game save slots were empty, even though the files are there. The files were there. I copied it into game save slot 2. Loaded the game back up and it's fine. But I have now taken double backups as well. So I've got the backups on the If anyone's not done that, by the way, I would highly recommend adding that folder, under documents, my games, whatever it is, for Farm Sim. Add that folder to your file history, and also copy it occasionally to your OneDrive or something, so that you've got multiples, because, oh my word, did that scare the shit out of me. Welcome in, Sarah. Yeah, it's happened to me. I started to panic, and I'm glad it ain't just me, my word. Sorry, Daniel. I've just seen your death kilometer, mate. Sorry. Welcome in, mate. Thank you so much for supporting us over on YouTube. I appreciate that. Thank you to Sherry, who followed us yesterday on Twitch when we were offline. We also had P and a few others. And also massive shout out to Virtual Farmer, who raided us once again at the end of the stream on Sunday night, just as we were logging off. They kindly brought over 50 viewers just as I was wrapping up. So felt very bad to leave them hanging, but I couldn't afford to be late. It was a Sunday night and I've been away all week and I had a lot of work the next day. Jordan, thank you very much for the heart. I hope you're well. I quite like the flash and neon sign. I think I'm just going to leave it. I'll get desensitized to it eventually. But guys, I'm assuming their audio and everything's working fine, which is amazing considering the introduction I had tonight. So 24 minutes in and probably 10 minutes late, we're here. We're in the farm. So if you weren't here on Sunday night, guys, we've got brand new pigsty here. It can hold up to over 500 pigs. We just got piglets because I couldn't afford to buy the, you know, the whole thing is we're breeding these, right? It'd make no sense to buy adults. We buy piglets, we breed them, we sell them. So tonight they got no food, they got no straw, they got nothing, the poor little beggars. They're just rolling around in mud, shaking like shit and dogs starving. So we'll get them all sorted, fed, watered, etc. I'm then tempted to sell our original large pigsty, even though it holds a couple of hundred, because I need the land, basically. There's a couple of mods I want to put in tonight, so I showed this on the last stream on Sunday night. Joel, you are flowing tonight. What is going on with your words? I've had a lot of coffee today, guys. Can you tell? I've had a lot of coffee. A lot of coffee, not a lot of food. So we want to get this storage bin in at some point, which is just awesome. But also, I totally forgot on the last stream, and I don't know what section it'd be under, I got the mod for the water collection, because since I got greenhouses, and I also got this massive silo, which we'll use at some point. When I've got more cows, we'll use that. But I don't know where the water collection Hujima flop is. Probably container, Joel. That would make sense, wouldn't it? No, it doesn't come under container. Maybe it's under production, like factories. I will get caught up on chat in a minute, guys. I can see it rolling away in my peripheries. Where the freaking hell is that? I got a mod that's like a water collector, and I thought it'd be great for our greenhouses. I've got no idea where it is. Welcome in, Blake. I hope you're well. Look at that ambient glow. I know, mate. Do I look healthy or do I look jaundice? That's a fine line. There's a fine line between looking healthy and jaundice. £12 light, guys. That's all it was. £12 light. That's the difference. Welcome in, Bert. Thank you so much for joining us on YouTube, mate. We're trying to work towards 3,000 watch hours so we can give you guys memberships and stickers and emotes and all that jazz. So if you can have us on in the background for a few hours tonight, that'd be amazing. I'm sorry to ask. I feel really cheap by asking. Antonio, thank you for the follow on TikTok. Josh, thank you for the follow on TikTok. Appreciate you all, guys. Appreciate you all. Tools, do you reckon? Who bloody knows? Where is it? It's not there. I must have missed it. So basically, it's a water collection thing, right? That's a water collection thing, and therefore I can go full, because you know I like being cyclical, so I can get my water from there, put it in the greenhouses. It just feels like a brilliant thing for this save. But frig me if I can find it. There it is. Rain and snow harvesting pit. Look at this bad boy. We're doing it now. Oh, I haven't got enough. Oh, I have. It's only £2,000. Jesus. Where do we put it, though? Because it needs to be near the distributor, really. But we've got shop there. To be fair, though, have you ever seen the shop put anything in this corner? Because I haven't. I've never seen the shop put anything in this corner. Or we could clear these trees. We could clear that tree, guys. Couldn't we? That'd be a good spot for it. Or we put it up here. Oh, no, we got the space where the petrol used to be. Where the petrol and the mushroom used to be, look. Look at this. Do not trust this save now after what happened tonight. I don't think anything happened to the save, but it was a bit glitchy on the last stream, you might recall. Let me go free mode. Are you going to let me spin it, or are you always going to do that weird angle? Okay, you're always going to do a weird angle. That's odd. You're not going to let me freeform it. You're going to let me freeform it? Welcome in, Mick. I hope you're well. I've got FS22 as FS25 worth the buy. I'm a bit biased, Dom. I'd say absolutely, just for like the new animal. Like, you got goats. Like, what more do you want? You got goats. You got the steering assist or GPS. You got ground deformation. Weather effects is amazing. There's enough in it for me to justify it. But I am biased. Why do I have to put this on? What if I don't want to put it on an angle? What if I want it? What happens if I slap it here? So you're gonna do? Oh, it's gone into a tree. Okay, let's undo that. That wasn't a very. That didn't really reflect what was going to happen in reality. That hovering over, did it? Let's try that again. Will, I used to say that all the while, mate, until I realised how much money you can make from pigs, and then it makes total sense that that's the economics of it, that they have to have a lot of food. I was in exactly the same boat. I used to moan about it on here all the while. I hate how many placeables don't have oh, it just annoys me, Black Cat. I've not seen it before until this one. Like, I want to put it in that specific bit. Right, it is a mod, like, ultimately. I want to put it in that specific bit, and it's stopping me. And anyone who knows me will know I do not like being restricted on this game. Let's put it here. Let's put it here. It makes more sense to be with the water. If I find a way, if I can just rotate it. Where's the hitbox? We do it that way around. This is a better location for it, Joel, anyway. You put it on. Oh, it's not going to like that. There's trouble is, it's got to be where I can get the lorry to it. Oh, this is starting to annoy me now. It's really annoying to try and place. Just rotate, you son of a. There we go. It doesn't overlap with another object. Chill the hell out. How does that overlap? That looks right, doesn't it? It's maybe not where I was going to put it, but it's next to the water point. It's near the distributor and the greenhouse. That makes sense, doesn't it? Makes sense. Free mode was turned on, Jack. It was still only giving me 4 angles, 4 points. I couldn't rotate it freely. It's a mod. So I can only do what it lets me do, right? Right. Daniel or Kilometer, thank you so much for the sub on YouTube, mate. Appreciate that. Mikey boy, thank you for the sub on YouTube as well. You're all stars. Look at me streaming on 3 platforms, sounding like I know what I'm doing. Black Cat, Jack. Yeah, I was doing that, guys. If you're looking, oh, you can't see it on TikTok probably because it's off screen, but I was flicking it on and off all the while, and it weren't making any difference. Welcome in, Steve. Thank you for supporting us on YouTube. Appreciate you. 2 seconds, guys. I've just got to try and fix something. You don't need to worry about it, though. Right. Awesome. Awesome sauce. Great way to stay in shape. Okay, Christ knows how this works. Thank you for the follow, Black Cat. So in theory, if it rains, that should fill up. But why is it covered? Why is it covered? Does it not go... Does the cover come off once it starts filling? Who bloody knows? Who knows how this works, huh? We're just trying a new mod on the fly here. Do we get it in here? I bet we don't, do we? Oh, well, I guess we have to wait till it rains, and then we'll see what we do. Right. Always support you, Joel, one of the best content creators. That's very kind of you, mate. I don't think that's true, but it's very kind of you. Thank you, mate. It might sound like it, Gareth, but it's bloody chaos behind the scenes. Especially when I thought I'd lost my save file tonight. I could have cried. Literally could have cried. And then I had to, like, engage that bit in my brain. Like, don't panic, because if you panic, you're probably going to make it worse. Think logically. So I've got a career in IT, right, which helps. Like, because you have it all the while the server goes down or you think you've lost data or whatever. So I think, right, you've got backup files. You can see the game files are in the slot. They're just not displaying in the game, which means there's probably something a little bit corrupt. So I just took the backup files, but rather than putting them over game slot 1, which is where they should have been appearing, I put it in the empty game slot 2, because I figured I'm hedging my bets, right? Like, if that didn't work, then I've still got the original files. But yeah, we're all good. We're here. We're here. Right, does that look all right there? I think that works there, doesn't it? It just makes sense to have it near the allotments, near the distributor. On reflection, maybe I could have moved him across and put it in there, but I don't think it matters, does it? We ain't got no kids running around here. They've got to worry about falling in it. I suppose I could put some fences around. Oh, Christ. This is what happens when I switch to keyboard and mouse. I've not even picked up the controller yet. This is what happens. The old Joel Ross comes out, and I spend more time messing around landscape than I do actually farming. But we will... Them pigs are still starving, I should point out. They still ain't got no food or straw. Steve, it's very kind of you, mate. It's very kind of you. Welcome in, Russian. I hope you're good. Nice little, what is this? Amsterdam River Fence. Could give that a go, couldn't we? This, you can see where my money used to go in this game. The other day, I spent thousands on putting mud on a field. Sounds good, mate. Sounds good. Summer Leighton. Welcome in, mate. Welcome in from Summer Leighton. The only thing I know about Summer Leighton is that awesome road I used to go on my motorbike between Lowestoft and is it Alton Broad? Can't remember. It comes out the other end. It's going too quick. But, yeah, I used to do that road a lot on my bike. And my old Gixxer. You know what? The other day, for the first time in years, I missed not having a motorbike. I missed not having a motorbike. I got rid of it because of my neck. It was crippling my neck. But for the first time in years, I missed not having one. What is the grey square? That is a new mod we're trying tonight. It's a water and snow collector. So I like trying to do things cyclical on the farm. So I grow what my animals eat. I take the manure to fertilise, etc. So I felt like a really good thing to try and water our own greenhouses. I pay for watering anyway because I feel like it's a bit cheaty if you don't. But rain collection feels like a good way around that, right? So what do we think of the fence, guys? That's a different fence type. I've not used it before, but I think it just made sense to have a fence around it, right? You're going to have a deep water pit. I've no idea why it's covered, though. I hope when it rains, it'll actually do something. But we'll see. We'll see. I must admit, Russian, that is the only reason I've put off going to a UK map, because you've seen me drive on an American map, right? Could you imagine me on a UK map? SingStar, thank you so much for the sub on YouTube, you legend. I really appreciate you helping us out. We're hoping to get to our 3,000 watch hours so we can unlock memberships and everything. So thank you for everyone watching us on YouTube in a minute. I can't actually see how many are, but thank you. I've managed to get things like I can get my activity feed from TikTok now in OBS. I've got my multi-chat in OBS. I've even got TikTok live view stats in OBS. So I can see there's 77 of you. So thank you, guys. Appreciate you all. But for the one that isn't working tonight, as well as my Stream Deck, because there's a new version of OBS, is my YouTube live stats. But yeah, normally I leave OBS. If a new version of OBS comes out, I normally leave it for a couple of weeks, right? To let all the plugins and everything catch up. But I got carried away today and went and bloody installed the update. And I don't know why I've done it to myself. Don't know why I've done it to myself. Nigel, I want to make so many jokes. Joel, you won't believe what my missus bought whilst shopping. I want to make so many jokes, mate. But I feel like I can't. Welcome in, GV. I hope you're good, mate. This is a water collection mod. We're going to be using it for our greenhouses, but we're not going to know if it actually works until we get some rain. I feel like this needs to look a bit mouldy, though, guys, because it would, right? It's just collecting rainwater. Is it going to be that clean? Prob's not. I tell you, I haven't even picked up the controller yet, guys. If I'm on my keyboard and mouse, you know I'm just going to get carried away by Brosson, right? We haven't even fed these piglets. These piglets over here hadn't even got straw, look, the poor buggers. They got nothing. And I still ain't got round to it, but I will. I will in a minute. I just realised he's going to say malted milk. Of course he pissing is. I should have seen that coming a mile off, Joyce. I used to respect you, Nigel. Anyway, I'm not having that conversation again. Farmer's blown up since I last saw it. Welcome in, Will, mate. Oh, have you seen my forestry? Any opportunity to show off? Have you seen my forestry operation then, if you've not been here for a while? Look at this boy. All hand planted. Take you through the front gate, look. Take you through the front gate. This is Joel's Thetford Forest here. Wood chip storage. Got new tractors in here. Ignore Throaty McThroatface. He's got a new role at the minute. Got a log storage. It's beautiful. It's bloody beautiful. Look at this. Who have I... I've actually become a farm sim player, guys. It's just dawning on me now that I'm no longer that joke in the community that I used to be. Goes on the front, mate. Oh, mate, goes in the front. I'm no longer the joke in the community. That could be someone else's role now. I'm Joel, farm sim player. Look at this bad boy. I don't know why the controls are being a bit weird for me in the build menu. It did last stream, if you remember, and I had to save and reload it. Can't be asked to do that this early on. But it's, yes, it's got a mind of its own in the build menu. But so there we go, look. We're moving. We're moving, Will. It's been like 2 months or so. I joined. Some say 3 months old. Jesus Christ. Guys on Twitch. Anyone that you who were here remember when their son was when Will's son was born, like a day or two after I was streaming, there was like been a day or two old. 3 months, mate. I told you I got to enjoy it, didn't I? Do you know what my son said to me tonight? And I'd like to point out he was joking. But imagine this, right? If you're not a parent and you don't understand these moments, he's in the bath, and I can't remember what the conversation was, but he said, I don't overly like you. My 6-year-old son told me tonight, I don't overly like you. I was like, cheers. I since found out it's because I've banned him from going on Roblox. So I'm not popular at the minute. Because for anyone who's been following that news story will understand why I'm not letting a 6-year-old on Roblox. I never played on there myself, but I've seen enough in the news to make me think that's not the best place for a 6-year-old to be. Especially if they're absolute batshit crazy owner, CEO. But yeah, so I don't overly like you. I'm gonna remember that sentence till the day I die, I think. Good for merch. Paul, keep watching us on YouTube, mate, and we'll unlock all of them features. We're just about 1,000 watch hours away from being able to get memberships and stickers and emotes and that. And actually, one of the things you do unlock as well is like the whole shop thing. Not that I'm going to do merch. Could you imagine it? Could you imagine it? Like, but anyway, all them things we're trying to unlock. So thank you so much for supporting us on YouTube. I appreciate it. Will you eventually be uploading when you start this to YouTube? Probably not, Beverage. I have all the files. I have all the videos. I'm just slightly worried that when I started this save, I probably wasn't as PG as I am now. I know I'm not everyone's liking. But I also worry over hundreds and hundreds of hours what I might have said that got me that'll get me in trouble years down the line. I don't think there was anything, but you never know, right? Or attitudes change and stuff like that. So from this point on, the lives will all be on YouTube, guys. So if you're watching this, congratulations, you've made it like what, 40 minutes into only the second one we've got, but they're all going in a playlist now. So if you like Paul and you're enjoying them on YouTube and you can't make the whole 4 hours, you will be able to find the videos on YouTube, and from the minute I end the stream they go up on YouTube as well, guys. But yeah, going forward they will be up there, so I do have to pick and choose what I say a bit better these days. Right. Oh, sorry guys, I got a killer headache. I felt dizzy and I got a skull ache today. And then I had all this stress tonight. Anyway, what we doing? I was landscaping, weren't I? And then we will sort the pigs. My word, I'm all over the place. I've had far too much caffeine today. What do we prefer, Joel? Guys, energetic, caffeine-fueled Joel, or everyone's half asleep, chilled Joel? I don't know. I think there's probably a balance there somewhere. I want a little hedge. That's not little. Jesus. You know what? We'll drive through it. It'll be fine. It's not little, is it? But never mind. To be fair, though, it looks realistic. It looks realistic. I just didn't want to look so sterile because it doesn't work when you get that. It doesn't work at all. And if we maybe stick some grass in around here. You know my usual drill by now. If you want something to look like it's been there a while, stick grass around it. I'm going to try and delete that, though, because I'm pretty sure that's where the water's going to be. Oh, who knows? We'll work out when it... I don't think we can actually see what it's just going to look like until it rains, so we ain't got a lot of choice. I accidentally deleted my rags to riches save. Oh, mate. Oh, mate. Did you not have backup? That's a stupid question. Clearly didn't. Clearly didn't. Ed, thank you for the heart. Appreciate it. Guys, we are streaming on 3 platforms at the minute. It means I can't reply to every single message. I can't keep up with everything. But shout out to our mods. Make yourself known, guys, if you're in our mods. But shout out to our mods for keeping everyone safe, especially as we're growing now. If you're an active YouTube viewer, I know we're only started going live this week, but if you've been watching all the videos, you're active on YouTube and you'd like to get involved in helping us moderate on there as the lives grow on YouTube, get in touch with me on Discord, guys. Dave, thank you very much. Joyce, thank you. You're a star. I don't know if I want... what sort of mud do I want here? I don't want it to look like every other bit of... Maybe we could do something here. Maybe we just go light touch and just do that for now. Right, let's feed them pigs. Look at that dog. It's been there 5 seconds and he's already dicing with death. Walking on top of that tarp. I thought that tarp was going to be open. I thought it was going to be a pit of water. I'm a bit disappointed. Let's see what happens when it rains. Because until it rains, we don't know, right? Until it rains, we don't know. Great. How did your dog die, mate? Well, he fell asleep on a tarp and it caved in on him. And he suffocated. Ryan, thank you for the heart. Mark and his terrier. That's my dog. Anything new appears in the back garden, he's pissing up. He decided to piss up my watering can the last 2 days. So I got more urine in my watering can than I have water. And my word, is my spaniel fond of a dahlia head. Like, if I ignore him, if I'm doing something in the garden and he wants a bit of attention, his go-to is to wait until I'm looking and then bite the heads off my dahlias. It's like rage-inducing. Right, we need to feed these. Joel, what are you doing? Let's get the controller. Step away from the keyboard and mouse, Joel. Step away from the keyboard and mouse and you'll actually do some farming. Right. Here we be. Here we be. Settle in, guys. I'll give you, I don't think you need any grub. Where's my Massey? course, that's one of the last ones we go to. Right, we need to feed these everything. We've got nothing, so let's buy some pig food. Let's buy some pig food. Let's give them some food first, and we'll worry about straw later. Let's just stop them starving to death. Can you imagine if this game things did die? It'd be like chaos. I'd run out of like cemetery space. Anyone who's played like Theme 2-Point Hospital or Theme Hospital or any of them sorts, because I play a lot of strategy kind of games, and I love a city builder. You know, them games where you have to dedicate like a graveyard for when your citizens die. It'd just be a pile of pigs and cows. They're going to need freaking shed tons of this. We have got a setup to make our own pig food. I just don't have the crops for it. So after we've harvested sorghum and some grain, we can make our own pig food. But at the minute, we can't. Is it easier to use a controlling keyboard? Beverage, I can't use the keyboard and mouse to do like forestry work. It's impossible. If you're using like a crane, you have to do like 8 or 9 lengths of your mouse mat to try and like lift the crane up, and then the same again to get it down. It's just not practical. So I use the Xbox controller for comfort. I do have steering wheel. I do have a farm stick, which I love. But the minute I've got a few shoulder issues that the steering wheel was just making worse, so I steer clear of it. Ryan, thank you for the roses, mate. Appreciate it. Guys, can you hear the game? Does that need to come up a bit? Yes, you can hear it, Joyce, or yes, it needs to come up. Joseph, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. I'll turn it up slightly. Let me know if it's overpowering. Give you some revs. Do you know what's mad about streaming the last couple of weeks or months, guys? It's like I realised it when I had a week break last week. I think I'm hitting the trailer here. Yeah, I was. I wondered why I was going slow. I started streaming for a cause, right? I started streaming because I thought I could help people, etc. Oh my god, hang on, this tractor's on its ass. I thought, why is it going so slow? I thought I had a puncture. Just needs repairing. I started streaming for a cause. I thought I could help people. I thought I could build a community. I thought I could help connect people who are also playing games to deal with being in pain or health conditions, mental health challenges, etc. I realised after having a week off, and I was in Paris last week in a pokey little old hotel room. Anyone who's been to Paris will know what the hotel rooms are like. And I felt a bit lonely and everything. And I thought, you know what? I actually stream for fun now. I stream because I enjoy being a streamer. And bearing in mind, I never even called myself that until the last year. We've come a long way, guys. We've come a long way, right? Look at that, 18 grand, man. I let that get bad, didn't I? We've come a long way. Welcome in, Steve. Shout out to all our mods tonight, guys. Keeping everyone safe. Like I say, if you are a regular member of our YouTube channel and would like to help out and moderate on there, get in touch with me on Discord. Drop me a DM. Might take me a few days to get round to it, but yeah. Providing I know you, I'm familiar with you, you're in our community, you're on our Discord. You do have to be a regular of our Discord, guys. Because that's where all the mod chat happens. How'd you get so farm so good? I don't know if it is good, Bradders, but thank you for the kind words. I'm a new player. Believe it or not, I didn't start Farm Sim properly until FS25 launch day, which is when we started this save 540 hours ago. And I learnt on the job, mate. I just found a game that I'm terrible at computer games. I'm terrible at this one. I crash. I don't know anything about farming. Most of my animals would be dead if that was a base game feature. But I found a game that works for me, and I enjoy it. That's all I can say, really. Beverage, that's really kind, mate. I struggle with them comments, but I'm getting them every stream now, and I'm trying to allow myself to take the win a little bit. But I'll always struggle with confidence, and I never have any self-belief, and I always think I'm failing and a flawed human being. I know we're all flawed, but you know what I mean? I don't... Yeah. I appreciate all the kind words, guys. Thank you, Spark Life, as well. Sparky Life, sorry. Guys, it's taking a long while to fill up. Oh, half pipe holds more than you think. Let's see if we can get around here. I tried to place it so I can still maneuver. We don't need to take it this way. It's more just so I can see. Yeah, we can do that. Perfect. We've got to do manure pits once we've got the pigs fed and bedded. So I want to move all our manure pits behind here. For the pigs, anyway. The cow one obviously won't reach that far. Oh, my little PC is doing... Little PC is massive. It's doing well. But I must admit, I'm kind of getting to the point, if I keep bloody pushing it, I'm going to need a bloody PC for the stream and a PC for the game. Which I can't afford. But, we'll see how the multi-streams go. Just don't ask me to go live on another platform, guys, because I don't think it can handle it. Thing is, we've got to fit the manure pits in here, but still have enough room to get around comfortably, so we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I don't know how far back we can landscape down that hill as well before it doesn't become our farmland. That's the thing. I don't know where that ends. Welcoming everyone on TikTok. Lots of you in tonight. Thank you very much. Whilst I hit a water butt, don't worry about that. Right. While that's loading, guys, I'm just going to have a little fiddle with something that's a bit stuttery. I want to see if there's anything running that shouldn't be running. It's always dangerous. Control Alt deleting during a live stream, innit? Let's have a look. You can go. You can go. My CPU is at 90%, bless it. TikTok Studio. TikTok Studio is an absolute arse when it comes to resource grabbing. It's almost like they do it on purpose, yeah? You don't need to use nothing else. You just stick with us, son. You just stick with us. We'll see how it goes. I'll say we are asking a lot of this old PC now. Kane's Farm Life, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome in, Ericsson. Don't want to hear it. If it's gonna make me angry, I don't want to hear it. No, the streaming PC doesn't need to be beefy, mate. The way I do it is all one feed pumped out to YouTube and Twitch, but it's TikTok Studio as the bugger. So I've done a test, right? I can multi-stream from OBS to TikTok as well on a vertical canvas, not an issue. I've done it before, but I ran a test. And, oh, you can't go that way anymore, Joel. Where are you going? I forget how much this farm changes. But TikTok absolutely throttle you. If you're not using TikTok Studio, they absolutely throttle you. So we were getting like 20 views on TikTok. And now we sit here most nights between sort of 70 to 3, anything up to 300, right? But when we weren't using TikTok Studio, we didn't seem to ever get past 20. So I'll give it another go at some point, because that will take a lot of pressure off my computer if I can just run OBS and not TikTok Studio as well. Oh, don't, Dave, mate. I'm still paying off for things like the bloody chair and the microphone. I can't afford an expense like another PC. I've got to find 500 quid for my accountant this week. Hard times. Yeah, that light cost £12, GV. My new secret sauce that's given me a Saint-Tropez glow, it cost £12. And it's too good. I can't share it with you what it is. It's too good. Everyone will look professional. Welcome in, Agri. Hope you're good. I'm only joking, Ericsson. That stuttering there, by the way, guys, you won't be able to see it on TikTok, but we've got an autosave on every 15 minutes. So if you ever see that, that's what that is, right? I bet these pigs aren't even close to being fed, are they? No. Oh, have I got sugar beet? Have I got sugar beet? I must have sugar beet. Oh, I've got tons of sugar beet. Let's give them that. That'll fill them up for a while. Right, let's cover that path because that's really throwing me. I've never come this way before, but as our farm grows, these old paths are like throwing me. We'll just rewild it. Just rewild it. I genuinely, GV, £12. That's it, all it was. I bought it for a fill light, right? So I've got a key light, which was a lot more expensive, and I've been doing lots of, like, I've been fortunate enough to have lots of videos and documentaries involvement and stuff over the years, right, as part of my advocacy stuff. And I've been watching closely and listening intently. And I realised, oh, if you get a fill light that's softer and not as bright, and oh my God, it's been a game changer. Absolute game changer. Saint-Tropez Joel. Saint-Tropez Joel. Now look, rewilded. Beautiful. What path? What path? Right. Thank you for the people sharing it on TikTok, guys. I appreciate you sharing the stream. It helps a lot. Thank you very much. Right. You've gone the wrong way, Joel. No, why am I trying to go around paths that don't exist, Joel? What is going on with me tonight? I think I may have having that come down. I had all that adrenaline from when I thought I'd lost my save file and technical issues and stuff. And now I'm having that come down and it's just like, oh. By the way, I'm intentionally taking this route because it'll give me a route that, so when I lay down the manure pits, I will see where not to put them. We'll see where I need access. We really need to get a sugar beet field going, guys, because April's the last month. I've just remembered, April's the last month we can plant it. And now we've got all these pigs. We need it more than ever because we gave up that big field there to put grass on it for cows. But we're going to... because we knew we'd need more straw, right, as well for the pigs. So there is logic to my madness. But I've just realised we need to have a big old sell-up because I need to buy a field to put sugar beet on it. And I've only got... it's now 2 o'clock in the afternoon in April. I'm running out of time to do it. Getting bloody busy on this farm. It's almost like a job. JP Walsh, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Greedy bloody pigs. Still not even close, look. Could need a bigger trailer. That can go now, can't it? That's just going to annoy me. Wish I could move you, because I could do with you on this corner, really. We could put something here. Kind of like here, but I don't want it to be somewhere it's going to get in the way. Let's try... where's my old quadruple? This is the one I always go for. We stick you somewhere like here, you shouldn't get in somewhere where it's going to annoy me. Okay. Making lots of change tonight, guys. I'm not even deliberate, it's just going for it. Decisive Joel. I don't know how comfortable I feel about this. Yeah, we'll have to change this as well. Open this up so I can swing a bigger trailer around with no issue. I'm starting to see a picture of what I want, which is nice. Jazz Club. Christ, I overshot that. Don't go running out to do that, Will. You'll probably break something, mate. Ease yourself back into it. No. I stopped playing rugby around the same time my son was born. I had some health things as well, but initially it was like I found myself I was going to get hurt because I was going into tackles like more cautiously, like knowing that I couldn't afford to get injured with a newborn at home. And if I weren't careful, I was going to get hurt because you know what it's like with them things. If you don't go in full tilt, you come off worst. I suddenly started to become very aware of what injuries I could get. Joel, you want sugar beet, mate? Why are you coming back here? I have no idea what's going on with my brain tonight, guys. Like I say, it's been a long day. We've had a lot of challenges to overcome to go live. Consider it a farm tour. Martin, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome in. I'll re-landscape this path as well once we've got manure in. Don't think I've got any grain I can give them. Pretty sure I haven't. Any canola? Nope. Any sorghum? Oh, we've got a bit of sorghum. Okay, we've got a bit of sorghum they can have. Trouble is, next month all these pigs are going to want feeding again. We've built something decent here, haven't we, guys? Every now and then you drive around it going about your odd jobs and you sort of notice it looks pretty decent. I've just come and got sugar beet when I came to get sorghum. What is going on with my brain tonight? Good job it weren't like this during the day at work. I'd have been starting fires all over the place. I think that's what we call in the chronic illness community brain fog and fatigue. No, they don't, Dave. They don't. Which is probably good for me, right, when I'm doing mass scale. Well, I'm not even doing big scale yet. Not to what I want to get to. But when I do, yeah, the game still needs to be able to run if I've got thousands of cows. When you're live streaming but can see that a mate's WhatsApp group you're a part of are taking the piss out of you. Just try and ignore that. Yeah, could you imagine how the game would run though, Steve, if it showed every single animal? It would grind to a halt. And then you'd get people complain because you'd need really expensive computers to run it and it'd cut out half of their audience and... For 540 hours, guys, and this shit still happens. 540 hours, and I still can't drive a tractor. Welcome in, Dirk. I hope you're good. I hope you're good. I hope you're having a good week so far. GV asking how have I managed that. You've been here long enough to know I can manage that quite easily. Quite easily. Guys, I've been sitting around the 100 mark on TikTok most of the stream. Thank you very much. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your eyeballs. I hope you're having a good week. Right, please say they're nearly full, because I've got to try and find money to buy a sugar beet field. Alright, they're nearly there. They're nearly there. That sorghum went a long way. Bit more sorghum, and then we just need to do straw and do the manure pits, because there's nowhere for their poo to go at the minute. That's going to be backing up. Going to be backing up. Like I say, it's been a good opportunity for me to drive around this new enclosure and get an idea where I want to landscape the paths. I'm trying to forget about that, because by the time I bought and sold manure pits, I ain't going to have any money left. We're only on 29 grand at the minute as it is. I've got some wood to sell. We haven't got any milk to sell. We've got wood to sell. We've got silage we could sell. So yeah, I can't get too carried away with doing the path, but I really want to put a nice path behind the pigs and down the side, like access road, gravel path sort of thing. I'm trying to refrain. I love days like yesterday where the farm looks worked, because I've actually driven a tractor around loads. Like, it feels worked, but yeah, you can see there's clearly got to be a little road down here. Oh, are you full? Not giving me the option. Are you full? No? Why is it not giving me the option? Oh, I didn't have the trailer selected. Dipstick. Absolute dipstick. Rufus, welcome in. I hope you're well, mate. Thank you for getting involved in chat. Good to see you. Give the rest of this to the chickens. I'll soon gobble that up. I love that we've not got a backlog of eggs now. So if anyone who wasn't here, Agri-Logistics couldn't handle me having 7 of these enclosures which have 150 chickens in. We're producing too many eggs for it to handle. Since getting rid of a couple of them, they now all end up in the warehouse, which is nice. Right, that is the new piglets fed. We now need to get some straw to them. That was a well-timed run by the deer beside me. Get rid of this trailer. Welcome in, Mr. X. Great to see you, mate. I was thinking of you earlier. Hope you're keeping busy, fella. Like me, you clearly have the farm sim bug. Always one more field or job to do. I know, mate. It's and the thing is, I don't play this game offline, right? I intentionally only stream it. I think that way it keeps it fresh. Hopefully you guys see the enthusiasm from me and all that jazz. Yeah, I really hope that comes across, because it means when I get on here, I'm like proper. I'm like a kid, right? Like, I've been looking forward to it and everything. Right, thank you for the follow, Drift. Steve, appreciate it, mate. Thank you very much. Welcome in, Professor. Long time no see, or it feels like it. Probably is only like 2 weeks. Where did I leave the straw blower? Does anyone know? Oh, I'll help you with the straw equipment, Joel, you dipstick. Clearly. Just when you thought you'd seen all the farm, guys, if you're new here and been watching the last half hour. Look at this lovely little grassworks area we've got down here. Complete with potholes and everything. Right, Merlot, where are you? I should have parked him down here. I don't know why I didn't park him down here. It's the most obvious place for the Merlot to be. Have you missed much, Miles? Well, 15 minutes before I was due to go live, my game save screen was empty. My one save, my 540-hour save in slot 1 wasn't there. The game files are all there in the back end. They all were last modified a few minutes after 11 when we finished the last stream. But the game was telling me there was nothing to load, so I had to quickly copy the files, put them in game save slot 2, and thankfully it appeared and I could load it. But I did have a minor panic attack. Minor panic attack. Yeah, I did. I did. But I could see the files. That's the most confusing thing. All the files are there. I copy and pasted from the backup just in case they were corrupted, right? I didn't want to duplicate the issue. But all the files are there. But I just went and grabbed them from the backup and put them in save file slot 2 rather than 1. But it's a weird... I've never seen that before. We had some people in chat say they've had it. So maybe it ain't just me. Stressful indeed, Wiggy. Stressful indeed, mate. Oh, it's you from TikTok. Sorry, Steve. I didn't mean to sound disappointed when I said oh there either. I realised how that might have come across. Oh, it's only you. I didn't mean it like that. By the way, my biggest bugbear of the Straw Harvest Pack DLC, I love this shed. I haven't looked at pellets yet, so I can't comment on that. I love the new baler, which we use. What I don't love is when I unload the shed, it stacks everything like that. Like, surely just do it 2 bales high or something. Stop going mad, giants. I'm not that skilled. I don't know what the limit is. I've never dared unload more than 4. I don't want to create like the Lean and Tara Joel. Stay you on there. Stay you on there. He nearly went. Concentration on my face right now. Oh, for fuck's sake, Joel, you do all the hard bit and then you get lazy. I just couldn't be asked to extend the arm. That's exactly what happened. I could not be asked to extend the arm. So after doing that balancing act, what was the point, Joel? This is the story of my life. I just continuously let myself down. Continuously. Oh dear. Jake, thank you for the follow, mate. Appreciate it. Welcome in, Crimson. I'm hoping it stopped raining so I can get me old aircon pipe. The rain was driving in my bedroom window, office window, whatever you want to call this space now. I haven't had a bed in years. So I had to shut the take the aircon pipe out of the window, so I'm not running any aircon, which might actually, I just realised, be one of the reasons why my PC was struggling earlier. So as soon as I can take a break, if long as the rain has stopped, I'll fix that out. Just fix that out. What I don't know what's going on with me tonight. I'm not using proper words, sentences. Me thinking I'd nearly lost this save has proper thrown me, clearly. Missed you too, X. I was saying earlier, mate, before you joined, like, I originally streamed, like, for a cause, right? And didn't really feel that comfortable doing it. But having a week away last week just made me realise I stream now because I enjoy it, which is awesome. It's awesome. Just took me a long time to get to that point, you know? Playing games I didn't enjoy or doing things on stream that others wanted me to do and maybe I didn't want to do. And now I'm just doing this solo save. I'm comfortable with my content, whatever you want to call it, who bloody knows. Shout out to anyone who's watching on YouTube, guys. For whatever reason, my stats window isn't working at the minute. But if anyone is watching us over on YouTube, thank you for supporting us there. We're trying to get to 3,000 watch hours so that we can give you memberships and emotes and all that jazz. We're about 1,000 off, so we only need a handful of you watching the live streams 4 hours at a time, and we'd get there. But appreciate you all. Yeah, I'm the same, Mr. X. I think you get to a certain age as well. I had I'm not ashamed to admit it, I had like therapy over the summer, like they call it step 3, talk and therapy, which is like proper intense stuff. And that's what that was all about, just getting rid of all the stuff I didn't enjoy. If I don't enjoy it, I don't do it. The amount of projects and things I say no to now, the amount of emails around this I've actually had, people wanting to do like collaboration stuff and that, and if it don't interest me and it doesn't, and it just feels like too much stress or hard work, I'm just saying no. And do you know what the weird thing is? What I've found is by making yourself more exclusive, I thought it would have the opposite effect. I thought it would like be FOMO, right? And they'll just go ask the next health advocate or the next person to do that talk or whatever. What I've found is it's almost made me more exclusive. I don't understand that, but it's almost like now, when I say clients, I'm talking about like the health advocacy stuff I do, right? Where I was last week. It's almost like people have realised that if I put my name on it, then I'm not messing about, sort of thing, and I did not expect that outcome. I generally did not. I thought it just meant I'd be yesterday's news. Everyone just move on. And I'm sure for some they have, but it's almost like now people know. Well, if Joel does it, it must be worthwhile. Like, and I don't mean that to sound like cocky or anything. I just mean it as if I'm not passionate about it, I ain't doing it. Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube, me. Thank you, Steve, mate. Appreciate it. It'd just be nice to give those guys that are watching us on YouTube the last couple of nights the same experience that we can offer on Twitch, you know, with perks and emotes and stuff like that. Plus, it helps a little bit with the algorithm. Let's not lie. That does. You get a bit more visibility as well. But I must admit, guys, you asked me 2 weeks ago, I'd have said YouTube's a dead duck for us. It just doesn't work for whatever reason. And then I go away for a week and suddenly come back to thousands and thousands of views on our farm tour videos. I don't know what happened, but I'm very grateful you found us eventually. So, as promised, I said if the channel does well, I'll do more. So, we're now live streaming on YouTube. I'm trying to get a bit more content out on there as well, and obviously now I'm live streaming, guys. All the streams in full will be you can watch them on YouTube. So if you're watching us on TikTok, guys, and you're only around for maybe 20 minutes and you want to watch the whole thing in widescreen and see the whole screen, so you actually know how much money I got and what time it is and all the other things you can't see on TikTok, you can on YouTube. The minute I go offline, the full live will be uploaded, warts and all. So if that sounds like your sort of thing, go check that out. Yeah, and I'm grateful for you guys who are making the effort to follow us on multiple platforms. I really am. I can't deal with myself. I need a break from myself. So how you lot are doing it on 2 or 3 platforms, I don't know. Thank you, Gen X, as well. Your stars. But yeah, so what I realised is I didn't realise live streams count towards your watch hours. I'm an idiot, because I could have been doing this for months, right? Live streams count towards your watch hours, and if you're streaming for 4 hours at a time, even if you only got 4 or 5 people watching, then watch hours rack up pretty quickly. Welcome in, Miles. Thanks for supporting us on YouTube, mate. Oh, it's lovely to see some chat going on YouTube. Love that. As always, though, guys, if you do have to pick, because I get asked it all the while, Twitch is what pays the bills, right? So I appreciate all your support, but don't feel like you have to split yourself. Twitch is what pays the bills and keeps the lights on and pays for the internet, etc. So, yeah, so if you have a choice, then that's the one. It's where we started, it's where we'll always be. Kaysen, thank you for the follow on TikTok. Appreciate it, mate. I'm good for a Tuesday. Normally at this point in the week, I'm thinking about how I'm behind already with my work and that back, so I'm feeling good. Feeling good. Dun, I was going to sing it, and I thought you don't need that. You've had enough stress tonight with me having computer issues and save file issues. We just have a sip of water. Just a little drop. So it feels that straw spraying going really slowly, spreading even. Appreciate you asking, even though I'm not making any further comment on that subject. I'm not being known as that streamer that doesn't like certain biscuits. I did have to point out to a couple of people over the last week that it is as well as it's just entertainment, right? It's shit stir, and it's you have an opinion on something just to get the chat going, and they are rank, but I'm not as passionate about it as it might come across. Rosa says, where's all your money if you played it from day one? Have you not seen this masterpiece, Rosa? Have you not seen this absolute masterpiece? This doesn't pay for itself. This isn't free. We're building bloody dreams here, Rosa. We're building dreams. I don't come cheap. What price would you put on your dream? Look at it. There's detail everywhere. Everywhere. No leasing, no loans. I can say that now, guys. Now paid off 2 million. Welcome in, Farmer T. I hope you're well, mate. Luke, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Spark, thank you so much for coming over to Twitch. Appreciate you, mate. Now, let's see if the pigs have got enough straw now. Near enough. Right, let's get... We've got to tackle the manure pit situation now. This will be the third time I've moved them. That's where all the bloody money goes. I keep redesigning. Exactly that, Miles, but that's all part of learning it. I said right from the start I wasn't going to Google anything. I wasn't going to look at YouTube videos. I got no real life farming knowledge, only that I know from my granddads that were both worked on farms and stuff. Never done it myself. So yeah, of course, I spent loads on stuff I didn't need and didn't know I didn't need it until I tried it. But that's what happened when you set them little limits for yourself. And that's why we're still here, guys, in September, nearly a year in, still playing this same save, because it gave it longevity, right? It gave it longevity. Guys, great to see you talking on YouTube. Loving that. How do you know I'm not sitting on loads of money? Are you new here, Rosa, mate? Because if you are, how do you know I'm not sitting here on loads of money? If I just bring up my old time-saving stock check, this feels like a flex I don't need to do for somebody I just met on the internet, but we'll do it anyway. If I bring up my old time-saving stock check, I'm sitting on 1.6 million in stock, or 2.4 million if I sell it all at prime time. Just because the cash balance don't say a lot, don't mean I ain't got money. My tax man doesn't think I've got a lot of money. Right, we're done the straw. Oh, I could put this trailer away, actually. Let's move him out of the way. Mr. X, you changed your username, or you got multiple accounts? I just don't cash it in, Rosa. Joking aside, mate. Unless I need to get something, I don't cash it in. I got no interest in, like... I get nothing from seeing, like... If I had millions on my balance, right, you know what would happen. People would come into the stream. Oh, how's the government subsidy mod working out for it? You just get all that crap. I got no need. So I just... If I need something, I work for it. I sell stuff off. I cash in. If I don't, it just sits in a warehouse. That's fine by me. I just changed. I was going to say, don't go to the effort of bloody multiple accounts. That's insane. That's bad enough you're already watching on 2 platforms. Right. Yeah, keep it with all the jokes, guys, about food and that we have. Just remember, it is all just for fun. No one take it too far or get too bloody serious about it. It's freaking biscuits, for Christ's sake. So just bear that in mind, that we are a supportive community here. Yes, we have a few jokes, but know where the line is. Not suggesting anyone's crossed it for a second. That's just when you put a couple of TikTok videos out like that, people then come into the chat and like try and make some drama out of it, and it's really not. Like, yeah. Yeah, when it's right, but to be honest, Rosa, mate, I'd love to get to that point where I sell it where it's right. It's kind of where I need, because I'm always landscaping. So this farm, we've got YouTube. On YouTube, you'll see there's some tour videos. This farm has changed shape so many times because I'm doing a single save. I just like pivot, right? So if you had to come here a couple of weeks ago, there was chickens here. Now there's pigs. We've had bees and sheep 3 or 4 times, sold them, got them back again. This was all sheep, this entire field. Now it's pigs. So I'm constantly pivoting and freshening up and trying to keep it interesting. So, and that costs money, right? Because like in a minute, I'm going to sell this manure pit to put some more manure pits here, so they're all together. This used to be shed storage, and then I temporarily moved a manure pit from here to here. So this is going to be the 3rd time that I've placed a manure pit for this pigsty, just because I prioritize the aesthetics. I kind of want to build a world that people enjoy hanging out in, because we've got people that have been watching this from the start, like hundreds of hours. So I feel like I have a responsibility to keep it interesting and pretty and cool, and yeah. Right. Thank you, Mr. X, for the finger hearts. I still think that sounds funny when I say that out, but for anyone who's not on TikTok, that's the little thing you do with your thumb and your forefinger. Mr. X, thank you again for the coins, the Summer Sun coins, isn't that, mate? Cheers, appreciate it. Mr. X is a legend, JCB Dave. He's been a massive supporter since I started this series. Don't think he found me until I was a couple of months into it. Is that fair to say, Mr. X? But it's amazing he's still kicking around after all these months. Right. Like farming in real life. Paul, that's exactly... I think I've said that before on this channel numerous times, right? Like every farmer I know IRL, that's exactly it, right? They can sell all their land to a housing development and be millionaires, but they ain't got £1 million in the bank. They got pennies. Kieran, that's called Time Saving Stock Check, and it's probably my favourite mod in the game. It doesn't get nowhere near enough love. It's a PC only one, but basically it'll show you everything you've got in stock, its current value, the best place to sell it at this moment in time, what the max price is you can get for it, and when the best month it is to get it. So you won't be able to see the full screen on TikTok to appreciate it. You have to have a look on Twitch or YouTube. It's incredible. I love it. It also helps me manage things like feed, right? So because I only grow what I feed my animals, so sorghum, canola, beet, etc. It helps me look in there. So another good example is grass, right? So if you're doing TMR and silage, if I've got 3 fields that need cutting for grass, I can look in there and see, all right, we've got 100,000 litres of hay, but we've got 200,000 litres of grass, and it helps me sort of work out what I want to turn that product into as well. Yeah, sorry, mate, if you're on Xbox, but it's awesome. It is awesome. But yeah, it's like I say, especially because I have all these 3 fields here, are all grass, right? All for TMR. And sometimes I need grass for, well, we ain't got sheep now, but I've still got goats for the time being. They're clinging on. But grass for the goats, obviously hay for TMR, or we cut it for silage. And it just helps. You can see in one screen what stock you've got to then make that decision without having to go to the silo, see what's in it, go to somewhere else, see what's in it. Right, what was I doing? We've blown the straw, we've fed the piggies. Manure pits, we need to make some money. Let's go to the warehouse. We should have wood in there. Where's the bloody ware? Come on, where are you? It's getting too big now, guys. Too big. Right, we've got some wood in there. Obviously, we had a big sell up in order to get the pigs, but we'll have something we can work with in here. Right. Silage. I love making. I love silage. This is something I didn't think I'd get from the game. Right, TMR terrified me for months in the game. People are like, "Why don't you do TMR?" And it terrified me. And I got a wonderful streamer on Twitch called Shio. I was watching one of their streams, and they gave me a bit of a guide. And I know I say I don't watch YouTube videos and Google stuff, but the way I see that, right, it'd be like me going down the pub and speaking to a dairy farmer or something, and they impart a bit of knowledge on me. So shout out to Shio on Twitch, who was brilliant when I first started out on this game, and I felt very intimidated. The community were a bit intimidated as well, right? Now people take it for granted that I'm a farm sim streamer, but back then it really stood out that I wasn't. And do you know what I mean? And so I got a bit of stick from, you know, long-time players about how I did stuff and mistakes I made. So it made me, like, put off wanting to try stuff. So for a long while, I just hid behind the bloody landscaping. And I look back, and I'm honest about that now. The reason they all call me Bob Ross and that on here is because I spent so long landscaping, because I was scared to try a new crop, scared to try a new machine, because I didn't want to get bloody dragged over the coals about it every time. But now I've got the confidence in myself. I'll try it, and I'll make a joke about it, and it'll be a fun stream. And any haters coming in, we can deal with them. And do you know what I mean? But back then, I was so new to it. So shout out to Shio, because I would have never gotten into silage, TMR, etc. if it weren't for them. Yeah, it's like, that's the way I see it. It's like chatting at the pub, right? It is. That's because obviously I put little narratives on these saves, long-term saves, because if not, they get really boring really quickly. So I put these little rules in. Same as I don't do factories and massive production lines. Same reason I haven't got the big sawmill. I put all these little things in place to give it a story, to give it context, to give it a bit of longevity. But yeah, that one just felt like that'd be no different. So say I inherited a farm, and I go down the pub, and the other local farmer's there, and I ask him, when do you spray, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? It's just asking a question, and I got an answer, which was awesome. They actually did it with bales. They wrapped it. I've never done that. I like it loose. I like collecting it loose. Oh, we're empty. We're not going to be able to do all the stuff with the manure pits I wanted to do. We've got tons of silage, fertiliser, stuff like that we could sell that we've produced. Can't be arsed. We're sitting on an absolute gold mine of fertiliser. I put so much stuff through that fertiliser production. And next month, this warehouse is going to be full of wood, because anyone who was here on the last couple of streams will know how much work we put in January to March on Forestry. So once we hit another month, that will start coming through. And I don't really want to skip the month, though, because I still had hopes we could get a sugar beet. But maybe we just buy a sugar beet field, one that's already got it planted. I know it's a little bit cheaty. I don't think any of these are showing as sugar beet yet, but I'm hoping once we kick into what comes after April, Jesus, May, then we might see a couple of sugar beet fields pop up, because at the minute, look, there's nothing showing. So clearly the farmers around here, these non-existent farmers that you don't see working any fields or driving around in any machinery, like, tell me when you saw a tractor on the roads in Farming Simulator that isn't your own. So let's just assume they're all going to plant that in April. So we'll see what fields have got it in. I really want to buy this field up here for it, but it's $500,000. We could do it if I wanted to. I just don't want to empty the coffers that much, if I'm honest. Welcome in, Hamster. That VIP badge looks good on you, mate. I don't know if you saw me tag you in Discord, but that VIP badge looks good on you. You earned it. They must be... It's infuriating, Kieran, because it's a simulator, right? There's about 1 million school buses pissing about on these roads. But I just want to see the odd tractor go past. I just want to see, like, a... I don't know, you see, like, a tractor you admire. Like, I'm not a massive John Deere fan, but say you are, right? Wouldn't it be nice if you're working a field and you see, like, oh, look, that John Deere gone past, and then maybe you think about looking at it in the shop. Like, would it be that hard to add to the game that you see a bit of agriculture on the roads or on the fields? It just feels like a massive omission. It feels like, I don't know, having a football manager game where you can't do training. Like, do you know what I mean? It feels like an obvious thing that isn't in the game. But again, guys, I get lots of people ask me what it means to be a Giants partner, what happens if you use my code, etc, etc. Yes, it gives me like the equivalent of a cup of coffee, but the more people that do that, the more invitation I get to share these opinions and hopefully shape the game. So thank you for anyone who's used it so far. Thank you for everyone who uses it in the future. Remember, it applies to DLC as well as base game, etc. Because, yeah, the more people that use it, the more early access we get, the more voice we get. Because I feel like, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to be the only one who's raised that, right? But for me, it's a proper killer. I like the fact that I can fly around this entire map and not see a single field being worked on. Or not see a single tractor. Or a barn with machinery in. Just yeah. Rosa, I started on easy, and then when I paid off my loans, I didn't start the game with loans. I only started with 100k. When I paid off, I had a 2 million loan I'd somehow managed to accumulate over the years. I paid that all off a couple of weeks ago on stream. I then changed it to normal, as I said I would once we were debt-free. Right. You know, wouldn't it be nice if you're driving around in August and you see combines on them fields that need harvesting? But anyway, right. Manure. Let's deal in some poo. So for the third time we're moving this one, I should probably empty it first. Let's do that, Joel. You can't afford to keep throwing money away. Empty it first, man. Empty it first. How was my work trip? It was good, mate. It was good. Felt very productive. It was a bit of a milestone. That's the first like international conference I've taken our new charity to and everything. So I felt very nervous. I felt a lot of pressure. But it went well. Yeah. And I'm not actually too tired. So normally I come back from them things and I get ill. Like regulars on the Twitch streams will know if I'm away, you can expect when I come back the week after I've lost my voice or I've picked up a virus or something because I'm, you know, immunocompromised and everything, and I'm riding around on bloody undergrounds and planes and trains and stuff. But no, at the minute, I'm feeling pretty healthy, which is, rare. Really rare. Thank you so much for the follow, OW. I hope you're well. Thank you for the people getting involved in YouTube. Now we're streaming on there, guys. Multi-streaming. Basically, you're getting the Twitch feed. But if you prefer YouTube, we're on there now. So thanks, guys. Appreciate you supporting us. Gareth, I was then talking about that. I turned it into grass. So we had all the TMR silage operation together. With every intention of buying another field to put sugar beet on, and it's just not happened. We've been putting pigs down, we've been spending money everywhere. It's just not happened. It's not the end of the world, but I obviously have got very used to having a massive silo full of sugar beet every year for the pigs. So when I run out of grain, that's kind of my go-to, and I ain't going to be able to do that this time. Right, are you empty? In fact, you can just sit there. Let's get this moved. We can plop you in the new one. Yeah, I'm a brand new player, Rosa. Brand new player to Farm Sim. I played about 10 hours on Xbox of FS25 years ago. But I told our Twitch community that on day one I was going to start this save. Didn't even know if I was going to like the game. I just had a feeling it was a good fit for me. And thankfully, for once in my life, I was right. And yeah, been a one game streamer to it ever since. I don't play the game offline, so therefore you guys learn with me as I do it live. But also, it keeps my enthusiasm, I hope, for the game. Yeah, I'd love to play it offline. There are many nights where I wish I was playing it offline, but like I say, I think it's what's kept the streams interesting. Right, how should we do this? Because if we're clever, we can fit a couple in here. So if we do it like that. you know what I mean? Try and keep all the sides. I want to get 3 in, but I need room to reverse a trailer in case I ever did need to, like, unload in it. Am I ever going to need to unload? Do you need to go into unload, or is it all from the side? Oh, shit, I forgot. You unload from the side, but can you load from the side, or do you have to go into it to dump it? Can't remember. Balls, I can't remember. Because if I don't, I can put them really close together, right? But if I can't, then I need to, yeah. So we could do that. It just means that the bloody pickups are on other sides, which annoys me. Just always annoys me. Flawless, thank you very much for the follow. I hope you're well. I hope you're having a good week. Everything on the outside, is that true? Is that true that I can do everything on the outside? Because if I can unload on the outside as well, back to back. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Miles, I like that suggestion. We've still got time. I like that suggestion, mate. Is that a mod or standard game? Are you talking about the manure, mate? The manure heap is standard. You can do it manually, but I don't know why. I've been JCB Dave. I've been unloading into it. I didn't realise I could use the side pickup. If we do it so we leave enough room, hang on. If I put one here and one here, and then it leaves enough room if we need to do anything else out the back here. I don't know why the build menu's being weird tonight. You might remember on the last stream we had to log off, save, come out and go back in again. It's doing the same tonight with the build menu's a bit jumpy. That'll work. Well, no, we don't need space in between them. And then, like I say, if I need to put a third in, I can. I think that looks alright, doesn't it? Yeah, I've been streaming since 2021, Rosa, and not really got anywhere. Or is it Rosa? Let me know if it is Rosa. I've been saying Rosa. That maybe be 2 Zs. Finally found the game for me, you know. Right. As long as I've got enough room to swing in there from here, but I have, and get in and get out again for slurry, that should be fine. Yeah, it feels weird not having a gap, but it's more efficient not to have a gap. But it does feel weird not having a gap. I just don't want to make that mistake I made last time where I thought, oh, I've got loads of room, I'll spread stuff out, and then it ends up getting, well, you can see what it's got like, right? It's got very cramped. But I'm hoping this will pick up for all of these. I think this one will reach that. I'm almost certain it will. Are you going to get 8 mil of manure? I'm full of shit, Gareth, so probably. It's purely for aesthetics. The only thing I would say is maybe, let's just try it, because we haven't lost our money yet. There's something telling me to just have a slight gap. I don't know why. Just my Bob Ross in me is telling me to have a slight gap. This build menu's doing my head in tonight. Like there. Do you know what I mean? I don't know why it's telling me to have a slight gap. Like, to me, aesthetically, that looks better. I don't know why. I don't know why. But it does. Oh, so I got it right first time, Rosa. Awesome. Awesome. That's a first for me. Savour that moment. Right. I like that. I like that. And then I was thinking about having like a slurry extension or something. I've never done that before. You can have extensions for slurry, can't you? Presumably. Because obviously we've got our... Oh, yeah, we've got this, haven't we, over here. That's going to have to stay there. It's going to have to stay there. Right. Hi Fred, my day's well, thank you mate. My day's going well. I got a skull ache now, but I had a stressful hour or two because it looked like I'd nearly lost my 540 hour save in this game that we started this on launch to have FS25. The game decided to bring up an empty screen of when you go to load your game. All the game save slots were empty. But thankfully I copied it in from backup and it reappeared. But yeah, it gave me a bit of a heart attack. Oh, tell me about it, Daniel. Saying I really need to play Borderlands 4, but my addiction to this game is real. I've normally bought FIFA by now, and I haven't. Because I'm thinking to myself, when am I going to play it? If I'm on here 3 or 4 nights a week with you guys, when am I going to play it? Bob Ross in pen decorations time. Probably not just yet, mate, because I need the money, but I know what you mean. We will put some stuff in here. If it lets us, like, I wanted to put a pond in the goats enclosure and it didn't let me. I was really annoyed about that. So next time I'll have to make the pond first. By the way, guys, I've still got some ideas around doing some water feature stuff, right? Those of you that were here really early on, months ago, will know when I'd done this ditch, I had a plan to do almost like a dike running through the farm. And I still want to do that. I still want to do it so that if you can imagine, you have like a bit of water here and then it make it look like, I can't make it go under the path, but so it appears that it goes under the path. And then maybe it pops up again here or something like that. And then I was going to have it going down to the river, right? Only as far as obviously it'll let me go. I'd like to do that again some point. So when I get bored of the farming, which doesn't look like anytime soon, I know, then that's the idea, is we will introduce a bit more of a water feel into this save. But for now, I've just not got round to it. But yeah. Welcome in, Wilco, mate. Great to see you. Sorry about that experience. Long live PC Farm. I had that happen to me on PS4 and it was simply lost. Thankfully, I got it just from the backup files in the game itself. I daren't. The files are all there. Under Game Save 1 slot, they're all there, but I daren't copy them in case they're corrupt, because they probably are, right? So I, rather than overwrite that, I just took the backup files and stuck them in slot 2 and it worked. Loaded the game up and it worked. But also, thankfully, I have all my backup, the folder where all the backups go in the game automatically. I have that backed up to OneDrive as well. So in theory, if this room goes down in a ball of flames, I've still got that save somewhere out there. Like, that's probably going to be the least of my worries. But Joel, what were you most worried about when your house burnt down? Well, there was this long-running farm sim save that I had. I was gutted. Yeah, but didn't you lose your dog in that? Yeah, but that farm sim save. Right. Let's check that the pigs all register them pits. Oh, shit the bed. No manure heap nearby. That one doesn't reach. That one does. That one does. So, to be fair, it's the one we said we were going to get rid of, right? The one we said we were going to get rid of is the one that hasn't got a manure heap nearby. The only issue I have with that... It's getting warm in here. I'm going to have to find a way to get my aircon on. Hopefully the rain's not driving through the window this time. The only issue I have with that is by getting rid of them, I'm saying goodbye to a capacity of 275 pigs. So we're just putting a new one. We're putting a... Where is it? Sorry. We're putting a new one that's got 521 capacity, and we've got the existing one of 192 in the middle. But if we get rid of that one, we are saying goodbye to basically 200-300 pigs. Which then negates a bit what we did here with this new 500 one. Because at the minute, we've got a capacity for around just shy of 1,000 pigs. We are going to be saying goodbye to a quarter of it if we get rid of this one. But, you know, I've got plans to put sheds in here. I want to use this concrete pad, and I want to use the space where these pigs are to put in... If you weren't here earlier, I did talk about it on the last stream as well. There's a mod for like a 3-part open storage bin, like the one... I also want to use these British grain sheds at some point. So if you're where I am, I live in Norfolk. Every farm, like you look around, you're driving down the A140, you look left or right, and you will see one of these, or maybe 2 of them, with a little silo sticking up, and a barn with a couple of tractors in, and that's pretty much what most farmyards around here look like. So I really want to get this in, particularly because it's got all the moss and the mold and the shit on it. I really want to get him in at some point. I've got no need for it at the minute. And then the other thing I want to do, I think I might have gone past it. It's because it's not a shed, Joel. It's a bloody silo, you tit, innit? Yeah. I is an idiot. Where the hell is it, Joel? Maybe it does come under sheds. My brain is something else tonight, innit? My brain, I don't know where my brain is, but it's not here. It's not here with me right now. Where the frick is my 3-part silo bin I wanted to put it? There it is. This bad boy. So, the idea was this would go, say, like here. Maybe at the back here. Stick out a bit over the path. I don't know. I hadn't really thought about it, but we'll fix it somehow. So, yeah. Right. What have we seen? What have we seen? What have I missed? Are you off, Miles? Or are you saying goodbye to someone else, mate? Thank you for the break reminder, guys. I do need to take a break because I need to get the aircon on desperately to help this old PC out chugging away on 3 different platforms, running a game that's getting progressively more resource intensive. Sorry, Miles. I thought it was a weird goodbye. Welcome in, Zach. Good to see you, mate. 10k likes. Thank you. That's the one thing I can't see, Joyce, in my new view is the likes. So thanks, mate. Appreciate it. We were sitting around 100 viewers for the nearly the first hour of this live, guys. TikTok's moved on since, so thank you for those guys who are still sticking around. Appreciate you all. Thank you for everyone in YouTube who's contributing to us building the community there in chat and everything. Really appreciate that. This is only our 2nd multi-stream to YouTube, so thank you for that. Zach, it's always 7 till 11, mate. Unless we have a technical issue or I'm ill, it's always 7 till 11. If I'm here, you got me for 4 hours, mate. That's my promise to you. So, unless I'm ill or we have technical issues. Right, guys. I'm going to take a break and get this bloody aircon on because that's not going to do me any good sitting in a hot room. I will leave you. Let's drive this around. Oh, we've got manure, haven't we? Let's get rid of that. Now I need to get that bloody aircon on before I cook my own PC. Let's just see if we can chuck it in here. Start filling. I can't unload. Something tells me I do have to reverse into this to unload it. But I've never done it from the side. Doesn't matter, because this one I can get to both of them anyway. The issue with my original plan is I wouldn't have been able to reverse into... Well, what are you doing, Joel? What are you doing tonight? I'm having a lot of fun tonight, but I feel like a complete airhead. Like, I feel like my brain has just given up, but that's fine. Yeah, tell me about it, Dave. The power didn't go down for that long. It was about half an hour, but the trouble is then because I've got fibre to the home, and there's like a building down the end of the road that has that runs all the fibre, and their battery backup obviously only lasts a few, like maybe 10 minutes to cover like brownouts or whatever they call them. And so the trouble is if that goes down, it ain't coming back on until someone come and manually flicks it back over. It's annoying as hell. But it was good fun that night. I think that was the night I felt I arrived as a streamer, right? Because we were up against it and we made fun with it, right? I feel like we made a lot of fun from it. And yeah, I had a lot more confidence after that. Anyway, guys, this feels like a nice shot. Look at that. This is a nice shot. So I will leave you with this, guys. My break might be a little bit longer, maybe 5 minutes or so that I can just get my aircon set up and check the health of the PC and that, because I'm asking it to do a hell of a lot tonight. Like I say, I do have a plan for that long term, so don't panic. I'm not like disappearing once my PC gets too old to run this. My plan is when the day comes, hopefully sometime very far in the future, like at least middle of next year, if I do have to get another PC, then I'm going to use this current one as the streaming one, right? Because that doesn't need that to be that powerful, and then hopefully we can spread the load a bit. But I am noticing as we multi-stream and the game's file gets bigger, it's asking for a lot more, and obviously we've got this other fancy stuff now, right? Like me sitting here talking to you, being able to see all the Twitch and TikTok and YouTube alerts in one place. I'm having to run other bits of software to do that. Anyway, I'm probably boring you with technical detail you don't need to know. All that to say, give me a couple of extra minutes while I get the aircon on because my computer's running hot, and I will be back. Usual thing, I'll go stretch my legs, get a cup of tea, make sure you do as well, guys. But as we're on 3 platforms, if you can let everyone know, especially on YouTube and Twitch where there isn't a be right back thing come up, that I will be back shortly, I'd really appreciate it, and I will see you all on the other side. For those on Twitch and YouTube, I might have forgot that my stream deck wasn't working, so you can still see me. I will turn the camera off now. At least I noticed, at least all you saw was a glimpse of my bald head. It could have been a lot worse what you saw. In a bit, guys. Right, I'm back, guys. I did not like having to do all of that manually. I'm so used to pressing a button, it kills my camera, mutes the mic, etc. But without my stream deck, I was lost. So like I say, thankfully, those of you that were still paying attention at the start of that break didn't see nothing too embarrassing. I just took my hat off and then realised I was still on camera. I'm sure streamers have done a lot worse. I'm sure they've done a lot worse. Why's my Xbox remote gone off? Everything's going wrong tonight. I tell you what, this is a testament to not only my journey as a streamer. Yeah, that's right. I'm calling myself that these days. But also my mental health these days, right? Because look at what's gone on tonight. Anyone, and this is only going to apply to people that were here last year, and I know lots of you and lots of you are new. But if you were here last year, like last summer, and I thought I'd lost my game files thing, and then my stream deck stopped working, and then my PC started getting a bit jaggy, and then the aircon issue, all this stuff, I would have rage quit long ago. But I'm having a bloody whale of a time tonight. I'm having a bloody whale of a time. I just got to that point, I think, where I have fun with it and I don't care. Random question, Bud. The wife is looking for some games to play on the Xbox. What does Nia play or would recommend? Well, Nia plays a bit of everything. Like, she'll play... She likes shooters, so Gears of War, Fallout, etc. If you haven't... have you got Game Pass, mate? Because there are some banging games on there you can play together as well. That No Way Out is phenomenal. Don't ruin the ending, anyone. But No Way Out for an indie game is brilliant to play together. Like, genuinely makes you make tough choices. That's amazing. She plays all the Walking Dead stuff. Like, it's even like got Xbox 360 ones on there, and she's played all of them. I would say, like, I'm not the right person to ask, right? Because in my spare time, I play strategy, city builders, football manager, everything. But the fact that City Skylines is on Game Pass is awesome. Roadcraft has been added on there as well. I don't like it. It's not for me. Had loads of people on TikTok saying, when are you going to stream Roadcraft? Well, I can tell you now, never. Now I've tried it. The idea of driving a pickup around some sort of puzzle, that just doesn't appeal to me. I thought I just could go on there and get tarmacking. Get on the old tools. But next to tutorials got me pissing driving a pickup around an old building site, unlocking puzzles with ramps and shit. That ain't what I play it. No Way Out. Do you need 2 consoles? No, mate. You can play it split screen and it is brilliant. There's only 2 characters. You have to pick one and you follow their story. And yeah, I'm not going to say no more, mate, because the ending was brilliant. But yeah, go give that a look. Go give that a look. Yeah, it's an awesome game. Awesome game. What was I doing? I forgot. Oh, manure. Right, manure pits are in. Are we going to make a big decision here and get rid of some pigs? Oh, how can I... Right, if we do get rid of these pigs, how can I fit more in? So we can't sell chickens again, can we? How many times have I had chickens and sold them? This will be about the 4th time, but the obvious place for the pigs is here, right? It's the obvious... And everyone loves these chickens. They always comment on it when they drop into the stream, so it feels like I can't get rid of them. But to be fair, though, is 600-700 pigs enough? Probably is, right? This holds 500 plus. This holds, I think, nearly 200. Maybe it's enough. Maybe it's enough. Yeah. Unraveled, we started that hamster. I couldn't get into it, but that's more my fault. Like, I get bored quite easily, which is amazing that I'm still playing this same game, right? I think I'm going to have to get rid of these because I just need the space, right? You can see that this area is all storage and processing, and it feels like this needs to be more silos and sheds, and whereas this is the livestock bit. I did say a long time ago, you might, if you were here right back in like January IRL, I did say this was going to be a big pig field where this canola is, and admittedly we have got enough fields now, right? So we could harvest this, and when this is harvested, put a giant... Would it be beneficial to put a giant pig pen on there or lots of smaller ones? Because Miles raised the question about storage. Like, does it store more food, or are you going to have to fill it up every single month if you've got that many pigs in it? I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. Finally finished Hollywood Park. Did you like it, mate? For me, it just proper moved me. I thought it was phenomenal. But I appreciate maybe it's just me. But I hope you liked it. Dave, yes, I am asking, mate. I am asking on Twitch there. Because I feel like I'm far enough in the game now where I don't need to spend millions to find that out the hard way. Welcome in, Carlton. I hope you're well. Amazing book. Yeah, I loved it. Passed on to Miss Reed. Awesome, awesome. Glad you did, mate. Like I say, there's some tough bits in there, but it's real, right? The feed goes up more as more are added. Okay, so you can store more in the pen, yeah? Because Miles raised that question. That was a really good one. It's like, if you can have more and more pigs, but the barn doesn't allow storage of more feed, you're going to be filling up constantly, aren't you? So yeah, that makes sense. Check all your... Miles, that would be very logical for me to check the existing pens, wouldn't it? That would be really logical. So the large one has got about 83,000 litres of food, total capacity. This one, it's about the same. This one has only got is this the small one? It is the smaller one, isn't it? Yeah, that only holds 30,000 odd, so... Dylan, thank you very much for the gifts. Really appreciate it, mate. Yeah, so the more you've got to give them, it obviously goes up. But does the storage go up? Does the storage go up? Because I'm not sure I'm really seeing a massive difference between that large... Obviously, you can see that the medium barn has less, but it would as a medium barn. But just like, so the capacity... The amount it holds goes up. All right, Dave on Twitch, we've got multiple Daves. I trust you, mate. You know more about this game than I'll ever know. Yeah, Beverage, you're right, mate. There's some random messages coming in from you recently. Right. Let's make some tough decisions then. We need to transport some pigs. I'm hoping it's going to rain next month so we can see what this water storage does. Oh, hang on, I need to change a set. I don't know if I can do it on the fly without coming out of the save. I just realised I whacked up some of the graphics for a YouTube video I did yesterday or Monday, whenever it was. Was yesterday Monday? Yeah. That's not going to be helping things. Can I change that on the fly? It was shadows. Where's shadows? Where's shadows? Shadow quality. It wasn't that. It was shadow. Oh, I've asked too much of it. I knew it was bloody struggling. Locked up on me now. I already got a corrupted save file, Joel. What are you trying to do to it? I can't remember what I changed. Was it shadow distance? Either way, it's not going to be anything you notice. It was down anyway. No, I just pumped it up to do a YouTube video when I haven't got obviously all the stream and stuff running. It's just a bit jittery and I don't know why it's jittery. Oh, we're having fun tonight, aren't we, huh? Doesn't bother me. Yeah, we're maxed out on the old... Right, what's doing this? Freaking TikTok live studio, you piece of... I'm not gonna lie, guys, there's only like 10 of you watching on TikTok. If that doesn't improve, we might have to knock TikTok Studio on the head tonight, because it got updated today and it is not behaving. It's taken up like 20% of my CPU. Gabe, thank you so much for the raid. I hope you're well. Hope you had a good stream. How's it going, guys? How's it going? I'm just ranting about my PC because I'm going out on YouTube, TikTok and Twitch nowadays. And TikTok Studio has been an absolute pain in my... Hope you're good. Hope you're good. Hope Stardew Valley was good. Are you still on the same save as you were a few months back, Gabe? Welcome in. Evolve, thank you for the heart. Appreciate it, mate. Guys, if you're watching on TikTok, I might have to kill YouTube Studio in a minute, because it's obviously got an issue where it's like hogging resources on my PC for no reason whatsoever. And it's obviously affecting it for everyone. Don't know why it does it. When do we get Facebook or Instagram streams, mate? When I can find a spare few grand to get a dedicated bloody streaming PC, because this is insane. Well, yeah, Will, I am. Tell me about it. The computer's all right. It's TikTok Studio. I hate it. So when we multi-stream, all from OBS, everything works beautifully, but TikTok most definitely limits you, right? We see it all the while. You flip over to TikTok Studio and we get hundreds. Like, we had concurrent viewers of like 350 the other day, which is madness. And but it's a terrible piece of software. It's just a terrible piece of software. And steals everything. And it got updated today, and there's me naively thinking, oh, that'll make it better. No, they've added more features and it's made it worse. But like I say, guys, if we were still sitting with 100 like we were in the first hour, I wouldn't contemplate it. But I'm not saying that your views aren't important before someone goes there, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with TikTok Studio tonight, but if anyone's noticed it's janky, that's why. But anyway, welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. What we could try later on the week, guys, I could try and just go back to OBS and just take the hit, right? Like, when we're multi-streamed it on OBS, because obviously what OBS does, it pumps out a single feed, whereas TikTok Studio is technically a second one. Hope you all having good weeks, guys. We're just getting rid of some pigsties to make room for some more landscaping tasks. Farm changes every week at the minute, but we're 500 and what, about 40 hours in now, I think. 540 hours in on this save. Still going. I don't actually know how I'm gonna, we're gonna have to clear some of these trees out as well, because there's no way I'm reversing in there. We had a few piling up. If I go get a trailer and guys on TikTok, I'm going to have to love you and leave you, because I can't tolerate that software anymore. If you want to join us, we are live on Twitch and YouTube. You know where to find me by now, I'm sure. Sorry to end that early for you guys, but yeah, that's just, it's taking the mick, frankly. TikTok Studio. Like, it's taking the absolute mick. But guys, thanks for your understanding, and yeah, you can come find me over YouTube and Twitch if you want to join us there. All right, until next time, guys, I'll try and sort something out. I could try and run TikTok Studio off of my laptop. That might work. Anyway, I'll leave that with me. Thank you for your support tonight on TikTok, guys. Twitch, YouTube, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just ending that one. Speak soon, guys. Cheers for all the support tonight, and thank you for all the likes and everything. Right, get out of my face, TikTok Studio, you absolute... I'm not the only one who's got this issue with it, I should point out. Right, there we go. My computer can breathe again. So, guys, I've killed TikTok Studio. I've gone down to only 40% CPU in use, and it was running maxed out. How can TikTok Studio, one piece of software, take up half of my CPU headroom? Like, that's insane, right? That's insane. Guys, thank you for joining us on other places. Sorry you had to. Sorry, thank you for you guys coming over. Yeah, I appreciate it, and sorry that was the case. But as you see, if I now do a little drive around here, you'll see that... Oh, look, it's not janky anymore. It was doing my head in. JCB Dave, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Oh, it's just a terrible piece of software, Will. It's just a terrible piece of software. Like, in theory, it looks great, right? And it should be great. But the resources it requires are so ridiculous. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Right, so let's park him here. Right, if we get a trailer, because we've got some wood to clear. Them cherry trees have been a problem for a long while. Let's sort it out now. Look at me being bloody, just getting the job done and not putting it off till tomorrow. Who am I? Have we got anything we can use here? Because the trouble is all the wood stuff is that we could get the old wood chipper out for a change. Yeah, let's... Oh, they're cherry trees, though. They're going to do my head in running them through a wood chipper, aren't they? They're going to do my absolute loaf in. Yeah, we'll have to get a... Let's pop him back. We'll get some stuff over from the forestry area. What have we got here? Throaty, you can have a job to do for once. Oh, I could try and use that trailer. I don't think it's going to be very successful with cherry trees, but at least I could lob them in whole. Let's try that. Because anything small is just going to be hanging over the side like a badly packed kebab. Oh, GV, it's crazy, mate. For the first hour, we had 100 people on TikTok, and some nights we have like 200-300, and then other nights we have 10. That's just how it goes, right? But I'm not paying for it. Like, TikTok will try and get you to promote your stream. I ain't doing it. I haven't needed to do it on Twitch or anywhere else, so why would I do it there? So, unfortunately, and I appreciate you guys will come over and not everyone will, but unfortunately, there is only one winner. Like, TikTok's great for getting people to find us on Twitch and watch the YouTube videos and grow our community, but I don't think it gives people the best streaming experience either, because obviously we do it in portrait. They can't see a lot of the stuff. And but yeah, I genuinely appreciate all you guys that come over. I must admit, Beverage, and I know I'm a bit biased, right? But the year one, I know you could argue most of year one has gone now, but the amount of content in it is brilliant. And you'll get the Highland stuff map and all that when that comes out in November. I got the year one pass up front, and I don't regret it at all. Oh, that does happen, GV. Like, generally, that's not like a conspiracy. You'll see lots of streamers mention the purple app or the red app, because genuinely TikTok will limit your viewership if you mention another. If you have it on the screen, if you mention it, they pick up on it. It's insane. Got no time for that. Hi, mate. I found a short of yours on YouTube the other day. I'm new here, and this is any tips for stream? I play FS25. Tips for streaming or tips for the game? Like, I don't tend to talk about streaming on the lives, because if not, it just opens up the floor to other people talking about their streams. But tips for the game, I think, is just do what you enjoy. If something stresses you out, don't do it. That's kind of my motto. The minute something on this game stresses me out, I get rid of it. Why can't I pick you up? You're all cut. Let's hack off a limb and go from there. But welcome in, guys. It's great to see people finding us on YouTube. It's only our second live stream on this channel on YouTube. So if you like it, give us a subscribe, etc. But going forward, guys, all the lives will be on YouTube. And that means when I end the stream, you'll be able to watch them back in full. So you ain't got to worry about it only being on Twitch for 2 weeks now. Everything will be on YouTube going forwards, warts and all. I don't want to advise you wrong, Beverage, because obviously I'm trying to spin a couple of plates at the minute. But yeah, basically, if you get the game with the year 1 pass, you get all the DLC for year 1 included. You don't need to buy them all separately if you're doing it with the Season 1 pass. I don't know if Farmer T's still around, but if Farmer T or Dave Bot is around, I call you Dave Bot, mate, just for speed. I hope you don't mind, since we've got other Daves as well. They'll be able to advise you probably better than I, mate. It's just easier for me as well if I can keep things short in terms of name references. I told you this was going to be messy. Hate dealing with cherry trees. Absolutely. That's why I want to get the wood chipper over here, but then you know how painful that is. What I was hoping to do is get him in here and then lumberjack him down a bit, but I might have to lumberjack him first, because this isn't going to work. Right, I found a video earlier on YouTube or TikTok. I thought my son was going to be well impressed, right? So those of you who know me will know I'm a bit of a Biffy Clyro mega fan. My dog is even called Clyro. And he's been obsessed with the whole K-pop Demon Hunter thing on Netflix. Like, what kid hasn't? Turned out they'd done a cover of a song from that, and I thought, oh, he's going to be so impressed. He's going to be so impressed. Like, Dad's favourite band doing a stupid cover of a film he's obsessed with at the minute. Oh, he was not happy. He was not happy. He said that's the most ridiculous thing he's ever seen. My son is so ridiculously opinionated. Like, it's going to hold him in good stead, right? This is a kid that argues with grown men in a bus stop queue if he thinks they've pushed in front of him. And then Muggins here has to pick up the pieces from that. He's absolutely going to get me sparked out at some point. But I love it. I love that he knows his mind and he speaks it, right? Because as a dad, that's kind of what I would have wanted to bring him up as. But, oh, my God, I was devastated. I wonder where he gets that from. Don't know what you're talking about, mate. You don't eat malted milk, do you? But, yeah, well, that's like the advocate, activist in that in me, right? He's obviously picked up on that a little bit. I love it. I wouldn't change it. Oh, but, oh, my God, I was devastated. I thought he was going to be so... I thought he was going to have, like, this shared interest. He's going to like Dad's band and blah, blah, blah. No, he was mortified that anyone would try and cover this song that he's obsessed with. Oh, it's so nice to play this game back to normal again. Sorry about that experience earlier, guys. Maybe you didn't pick up on it as much as I did, because you know what I mean? You almost like feel it through the controller, because you know what you're doing on the controller. Other people don't. The whole thing was so unresponsive. It was doing my head in. And I was going to hit a wall if I weren't careful. But how one piece of software can take 50%. And you only have to look at my specs on Twitch, right? That's all on the About section on Twitch. My PC isn't, like, to be sniffed at, you know? I know it's like 3 years old now, but when I bought it, it was serious kit. So for that to take up 50%, it was clearly just hogging resources. Yeah, I can happily drink black coffee. If I do fresh coffee, like with grounds and in a cafetiere, I don't put milk in it, because I think if I'm going to get expensive coffee, why dilute the flavour? But if I have instant, then I have milk. I know this is a mess, by the way, in this trailer, guys. I don't care. Literally don't. JCB Dave, I appreciate it, mate, because there's nothing more stressful as a streamer when people are like, you know there's an issue, you're aware of an issue, you've been honest about it, and then you'll get people like keep pointing that shit out, and it's just like, it goes one of two ways. It either depresses you because you want to put on a good show or whatever you want to call it for people, but all other nights it can like just anger you as well, because you think you try so bloody hard and spend so much money on all of this, like ridiculous. I would have to stream for about a decade before I ever got close to the money I've put into all of this to try and make it look okay. So then when stuff goes wrong, heartbreaking, right? Like, luckily I'm in a really good mood tonight. I just laughed it off. But genuinely, I do appreciate that, guys. I do appreciate that from you regulars, because you know what it's like. If the regulars do it, then everyone dives in on it, and I end up then calling it a night, and I haven't done that for a long while. So, and I think a lot of that is because I've got awesome people like you guys in every night. So thank you for being a part of it. Mosen, sorry, I've only just seen your message. Sorry about that. So no, I didn't. So I was in Paris last week, and I really wanted to go, but I knew I was be too tired on Saturday, so I didn't get home till late on Friday. Thank you, Will. And so I'd planned to go on Sunday, but my son, bless him, had his heart on going around his cousins. I tried to sell it to him. Do you know what he said? Again, this is another Dylan comment. Sorry, there's been a lot of these tonight. I'm not painting him in a good light, but he's 6, right? He's like mini teenager. So as well as telling me, what did he say to me now? I've forgotten. When he said he didn't like me. Anyway, we'll move on from that. But he said, that's that stupid Steam thing, isn't it? And I said, yes, it is. So it's just going to be tractors and stuff. And I said, well, no, there'll be other stuff. So, yeah, he wasn't feeling it. I've not tried any of the Mercedes stuff yet, mate. I must admit, I'm not a massive truck person. I'm not a massive Mercedes person. So a lot of it doesn't... Sorry, the song's always stupid loud. Doesn't overly appeal to me, if I'm honest. Cossy Fate? Didn't even know there was a Cossy Fate. Do you have any tyres left on your car when you come back to it? Oh, that's a joke. Didn't even know Cossy had a fate. I don't know what I'm doing with this. What are you doing, Joel? Why have you put it there? Get out, you freaking hydraulics, man. Right. I hate... Have I ever mentioned on this channel how much I hate cherry trees? They look amazing, but the minute you want to get rid of them, they're exhausting. They're exhausting. What just happened in my ears? Mr. Yellow, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Thank you for getting involved in chat. I was at the showground on as a stall there. They seemed to be quite... You should have told me, mate. I didn't even know that was a thing. You should have told me on Discord. I will get out more. Like, I realise I got lots of people asking about that. And obviously, we used to do big community socials and things, right? We had a meet-up in... We had 2 meet-ups in Norwich, a meet-up in Birmingham, a meet-up in Brighton. But obviously, then the community exploded. And that then gives me, like, cause for concern, right? Because there's one thing when you're a group of, like, 8 mates. Christ, even Cinny used to come over from Northern Ireland to them. Like, amazing commitment. And then, obviously, we went down the farm sim route. A lot of the regulars have moved on. Like, it's lovely to see Amy in tonight renewing her sub, bless her. But, you know, the content's not for them, and I get that. But I'm happy, and that's kind of what I'm prioritising, right? But now the community's got so big, and I don't know everyone, like... I was going to say intimately. That feels wrong. Like, Dave Bot, don't worry, mate. I'm not in you. I don't know, a community social suddenly feels very, like, scary. So I'd like to do more stuff like going where people are, so it doesn't have to be like my event where I have to worry about people's safety and stuff, but I can just come and be sociable. So yeah, let us know next time, mate. I hate cherry tree. This is why we need a bonfire mod. I just want to have a fire. If someone can give me the blue rinse lollipop lady mod and the bonfire mod, I'd be indebted to you. I'd love the bonfire mod. How cool would a bonfire mod be? You have a little concrete pad at the bottom of your farm where you just put all your shit you don't want. Hang on, I'm slightly confused that somebody has commented from TikTok and I'm not live on TikTok. How's that happened? It's telling me I've got 5 TikTok viewers. If you're watching this on TikTok, say hello in chat. Because that shouldn't be happening. YouTube Studio is dead. It's gone. I've killed it. We've got 6 TikTok viewers, apparently. How's that? That's just going to be people that are on my page at that moment in time, innit? That's just going to be people that are on my page, surely. It's weird. It's very weird. Right. Yeah, I don't like that. It can't be live beverage, mate. It can't be. It can't. It's going to be... but someone sent me a message saying, yo... And it's come through on my live feed view, but it must just be a DM or something. I don't know. There's no way. Welcome in, Sly. I hope you're good. I'm very good, mate. We've been faced with all sorts of challenges tonight, from miss and save files, which nearly give me a heart attack, considering we're nearly 550 hours into this, to, I don't know why I'm trying to poke these cherry trees with a torch. I meant to get the chainsaw. To technical stuff, having to end the TikTok live early because the studio software was resource hogging, and I've just laughed it all off. I don't know what version of Joel this is, but I want to keep it. This feels like a much better life to lead. Much better life. It's just a load. I don't know what that's about. It's very odd. Again, though, does that not say something about TikTok Studio that it hasn't killed the feed properly? Like, to me, that says something itself, right? I don't know. I'm not going to use it. We'll go back. So I used to multi-stream from OBS, and it worked fine. But the issue was TikTok throttled you, and I didn't agree with it. It peed me off. It's still live on my feed. How is it live, Dave? Like, I'm not running TikTok Studio. It's impossible. What's going on? Someone copycatting me. I'm literally, there is nothing going out. I'm not running TikTok Studio. It's dead. You've all seen the performance improve for a start, but it's proper dead. Like I say, TikTok, I don't like slagging it off these days. In the early days, if you were here back in November, December, I gave it a bit of a bad rap, but I don't, because I wouldn't have met a lot of you wonderful people. Many of you that follow us now, we've nearly got 1,500 followers on Twitch. When I started, we had 300. So many of you that are here on Twitch supporting us have come from TikTok, and I wouldn't have met you wonderful people. It's done wonders for my content. It's done wonders for the whole brand of what we're doing here, and none of that would have happened without TikTok. But as a live streaming platform, I hate it. I hate it. You can't hear or see me, though. That's okay. That's the main thing. Has it kept, like, the game feed, then? How's that? That's impossible. It couldn't have done. But, yeah, it's like, for me, like, you know what we're about here, right? It's chill. It's, like, mostly blokes hanging out, chatting, having a bit of a giggle, relaxing, being your background noise. And TikTok doesn't let me do any of that. Like, you guys have done amazing jobs at helping me build a community where that's kind of becoming the norm. But the platform itself does not let me do it, right? Everything's about go live for 300 minutes this week to get this, or you must do a battle, or you must do all this crap I've got no interest in, and I never will. And I told my agency that. I was like, I'll take all your support and your guidance, but no, right now, I ain't doing battles, I ain't doing co-hosting, I ain't doing none of that crap. And yeah, I wonder where Dylan gets it from, but you know what I mean. Like, I made that really clear from the start. By the way, how painful is it watching me do this? I've just realised this is terrible viewing, but I don't care. Freaking hate cherry trees. I just want a bonfire mod. I can't tell you how desperate I am for these scenarios to just be able to huss them on a pile and set light to it. Like I say, beverage mate, like, we got thousands of people follow us on TikTok. I've got another YouTube channel with like 3,000 subs on and that, and nothing gives me the tools that Twitch does. People always want to slag Twitch off, right? And it is terrible for discoverability, which is great now I can actually put clips and stuff on TikTok and let people find us, because you couldn't do that before. Twitch used to try and gatekeep everything. It's terrible for discoverability. There's no getting away from that. But the tools it gives you, the community has allowed me to build And the way you guys have supported on me on here doesn't compare to anything else. Look at the freaking state. That's like a 70s orgy in here. What is going on? Just remembered that these are all going straight on YouTube after I click end stream, and I just come out with that. I just come out with that line. And tomorrow there could be 14-year-old Jimmy watching his favourite farm sim content creator asking his mum, probably not at 14, but anyway, asking his mum, what does he mean by a 70s... Jesus Christ, Joel. I will try and get better, guys. I'm trying all the time, but I ain't going completely PG because I can't. That ain't me. I tried that with Minecraft. Anyone that was here for the Minecraft streams, there was a reason we were streaming to single figures, because I was such a diluted version of myself. It just wasn't entertaining, really. So, yeah. I ain't dropping F and C bombs, but I ain't going to stop talking about Gorilla's Knuckles and whatever other references I've made on here. So what I did with the stream, the last stream, we had some amazing conversation around, like, unfortunately it was needed, you know, in a perfect world it wouldn't be needed, but on the last stream we had some amazing conversation around, like, anxiety and mental health, and so I put a trigger warning in the description to say contains adult themes, adult language, and references to mental health, suicide, etc. Because I feel like, you know, there's much worse content out there than what I do, surely. But I can't help my humour style, and that's just referencing every single situation to something inappropriate. Now, that hadn't happened since my 18th birthday, mate, and I got really, really... Oh, Joel, stop it. Stop it. I'm having a play. In case you can't tell, guys, I'm having a whale of a time tonight. All the challenges we had, and this has been an absolute joy. I loved it. I just, like I say, I had a week away from streaming, and I've realised how much I enjoy it. It can feel like a job sometimes, right? Like, it can feel like a job sometimes, particularly those streams where maybe it don't work out, or you don't get the numbers, or whatever it might look like. There's lots of reasons why it can feel like that. Say you've been... I work at this desk, in this room, 8 to 10 hours a day, and then you have to come on here and do 4 hours. So sometimes it can feel like a ugh. And then the last couple of months, I don't, you guys, right, it's the community, because if I was here talking to myself, it wouldn't be fun. I think what we've built here, because we went through that transition period, right? Because when we first started, we had all the farm sim players coming in, merging with all my existing community, like chronic illness and Minecraft, so everyone was like pulling in different directions. But now I think nearly a year in, everyone knows what I'm streaming, so there's no surprise there. Everyone knows what I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to talk about how I'm feeling occasionally. No surprise there. If that's not for you, then you can move forward and, you know, find someone who you know, paints a perfect picture of life for you that's not the reality. And I think all them things are just bedded in now. And then combined with you guys regulars, and I include all you TikTok guys as well of that, you've played a big part in it. This just feels fun now. Plus I spent all summer having therapy, that probably helped. I'd love to talk about that more at some point, but I'm not going to be the buzzkill tonight. But genuinely, I loved it. I cannot tell you how far I've come from where I was in the summer. You wouldn't have noticed it on stream. There was lots of very dark moments. I'll do the stream, and then 2 o'clock in the morning I was somewhere else in a really bad place. And do you know what I mean? We won't talk about that tonight, because I'd want to put it in the description and that, so we don't surprise and drop that on anyone. Like, I'm nearly going to drop this log on my head. But generally, guys, that's a testament to what peer support, community, gaming, knowing when to ask for help. Well, best of luck for it, mate. I'm very lucky because I work in the NHS and in a mental health trust. I get really quick access to it, and like every year I sort of find myself having to get a refresher, because that's what it is, right? People think it's going to fix you. It's not going to fix you. It deals with your problems in the here and now, and it gives you some tools to get through the 24 hours on your own a bit better there are going to be times where you don't, and that's not because you failed. It's because that's the nature of the beast, right? No, genuinely, I didn't talk about it on here. There was nights where I'd stream, finish at 11 o'clock, and by 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, I was sitting in a car somewhere, not really knowing what I was doing with my life, and it weren't no one's fault. Certainly weren't my fault. It was just negative thoughts, and negative thoughts can catch up. I know there's some of you in chat right now that we've discussed this and know all too well. You can ignore negative thoughts all you like and call it low self-esteem and all that sort of stuff, but eventually it will wear you down and you start believing it, and that's what I did. You might know it's like there's even now times where I'm acknowledging the nice messages we get in chat, because for a long time I didn't even read some of them out because I just didn't believe them, right? And I still struggle to take a compliment, but at least now when people say, oh, I really enjoy your content, I genuinely believe they enjoy the content, whereas 6 months ago I thought they were saying that out of pity or something. Well, genuinely, that's what I believed, right? It's not like trying to be modest or something. It's genuinely could not believe. Like, Mr. X has sent me some lovely messages over the last year, and you can't get your head in a place where you can believe it, you know? And that's a miserable thing, because it means you're constantly living your life in a negative. Sorry, I just come back from an advocacy trip, and I've just realised I've slipped into advocate, Joel. There was a snapshot there of what you see if you come and visit me at a conference on a booth. Watching your live takes me away from the world. That's exactly why we do it, mate. That's exactly what... I can't fix anything for you, but I can give you a couple of hours break from it. That's the hope, anyway. Right. Do you reckon this is going to hold? Let's see. Look at the state of it. Oh, dear. We've encountered our first hiccup. We'll be fine. That looks like the dreadlocks my spaniel gets in his ears. I never owned a spaniel before, right? I've always had terriers. I'm still adjusting to it. 2 years in, I'm still adjusting to having a spaniel. I'm not sure I like it. Like, he's a lovely dog, but they're very different to what I'm used to. The first time he started getting them matted dreadlocks in his ears, I generally thought they were tumours. I was going to take him to the vets. And then my wife was like, it's just a ball of hair. It's like, are you sure? He's got tumours in his lugs. Same for you, Mr. X, mate. I really appreciate you. We're wiping out every road sign on the way to this forestry area, but never mind. Do you know, you played this game too long, Russian, when you read that message as TMR rather than tomorrow. No worries, mate. Thank you so much for hanging out, especially because I know you're new to us here. And yeah, to spend this long on a stream, mate, when it's early doors, I really appreciate it. I'm never getting through here, am I? Should we just go for that like hell? Let's go for it. For frick's sake, Joel, why did you go for it? It was never going to fit through there. How do I get to my... How do I get to a sawmill? We'll go down the train tracks. It's fine. Absolutely nothing could go wrong by me going down the train tracks, right? I've seen Stand By Me. That's fine. You just shout Gordo and run. It'll be fine. We're alright. We're alright. We've got this. So if you're just joining us, because I can't be asked to load wood properly and I hate cherry trees. Why is it auto-running? Why is it... doing it on its own, guys? Have I got the train behind me? I'll frick off if I've got the train behind me. What is going on? It's auto-running. Dum 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 dum. Dee, 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 dum. I don't know if anyone's getting that reference, but I find it funny. Oh, my Xbox remote has turned off. My Xbox remote, obviously the battery's died or something. Frig's sake, could anything else go wrong tonight? Could anything else go wrong tonight? I've got no stream deck. TikTok Studio overheated my PC. I nearly lost my game save file before I even went live. I got a flashing light in the back that's on its way out. Like, oh my word. Give me strength. I didn't think I needed a battery for my Xbox remote to work via USB cable. But it definitely turned off, and now I'm all well and truly stuck here. My word. I didn't know my Xbox remote needed a working battery in it. I reckon that's run out. There was so much going on in it. I don't even think I can clip that. There was so much going on there. Where do I start? The load, the fact I'm on the train track. Oh, Christ, I only cut down that big tree then. The fact I'm on the train tracks. The fact that my tractor is self-driving. Tesla's latest model. Can't be a Tesla, someone bought it. Right. Yeah, I don't even know if I can clip that. There was a lot going on. There's a lot going on. That would be my old approach, Beveridge, to just cut the tree down. I'm better than that now. I'm a changed man. Oh, for frig's sake. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the cheaty hitch and re-hitch thing. Unhitch, re-hitch, keep going forward. Has anyone experienced that? It works a treat. You keep attaching and detaching, and normally it'll find a way out. He says. Maybe it won't. Maybe it won't. I think it's coming. I think she's coming. Maybe not. It's like a line dance at the minute. It's 1 step forward, 2 step back. It might be my other half was on the Xbox downstairs and somehow, like, interfered with it. I don't know. Get back. This is how to do it. Throaty McThroaty face can get us out of any situation with brute force and ignorance. Go on, boy. Here we go. Trailer stuck. You just need Throaty McThroat face. One more shunt and we're there, I reckon. Of course, it's like my sex life. Joel, these are going out on YouTube now. Stop it. Just... Oh, we missed the train. There's a plus. We missed the train. It could have been worse. Could have been worse. Right. I'm loving this bit of 90s old school sort of popular garage we've got going on the playlist at the minute. I don't know what that's about, but I'm enjoying it. Go on, Fruity. Love it. Oh, no, Joel, there's a sign there. Don't get... I hate my life sometimes. That's... What? I don't even know what has happened to me tonight. Like, there is something going on with me tonight, isn't there? Everything. I'm just breaking everything. Right. I think we found a way. There we go. We're sorted. I don't want to depress you guys, but we have got like another trailer load of cherry trees to get rid of. I know that might be hard to swallow at this moment in time. Could you imagine me on a British map? It'd be a crash a minute, wouldn't it? It'd be a crash a minute. Oh, you will go. There we go. All that for about one, not even a pallet of wood, I doubt. But there we go. We move on. Slightly battered and bruised, but we move on. That was interesting, weren't it? Broke a day up a bit. I swear we had someone come in earlier as well saying how much I've improved, and then that happens. I'd love to do a tree-lined entrance here, by the way. I thought about this a long time. I'd love to put some more trees down there so it feels like a tree-lined entrance into the farm. Because I never put any heavy machinery out of there, right? So it's not like I'm blocking myself in or anything. But that's an idea. For it. That's another Bob Ross idea. By the way, I don't know what this song is, right? But if you ever can't sleep, I've made a playlist of all things like you know, like that song from Gladiator and that like world music you get in Civilization and that. Oh, so easy to fall asleep to. Like a little bit of like Viking stuff, a little bit of just bit of everything, bit of African music, just anything that's sort of like almost that vocalized. I don't know really how to explain it. That you're getting like someone dying in a film sort of scene, like, you know, Gladiator, right? Shout out to Stephen who followed us on YouTube, mate. If you're still with us, amazing commitment, because that was 20 odd minutes ago. I'm sorry I've only just seen that. I've been so busy crashing bloody tractors. If you are still with us on YouTube, thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate you. Right, what ones do we want to get rid of? Probably at least these. One there. Two, three or four more, I reckon. That's it. And then we're done. So don't worry, guys. I remember 3 Sam when I planted all these that I would regret it. And oh my gosh, they were right. So basically, I had like some saplings on the tree planter, and I wanted to get rid of them so I could get pines. So I just literally went up and down this entire bit, all down near where the straw storage is now on the farm. Planting these cherry trees. That was a stupid idea, but that was a lot of months ago. I was then going to say we've improved a bit since then, and then you've just watched the last 10 minutes, where clearly I haven't. You never seem to get these end bits on cherry trees. And that's what causes half the problem on the trailers, these spindly little branches, which normally lumberjack would get rid of, but it doesn't seem to on cherry trees. I don't know why. Seems a shame to cut them down when they're blossoming, but there we go. What can you do? I'm here to make money from the land, not admire it. Thank you again for everyone who come over from TikTok from us having to render prematurely tonight. I really appreciate that. Genuinely. Where's the trailer? Oh, it's over there. Oh, I nearly done that perfectly. Almost. I almost had you. Cheers, Miles. Appreciate it, mate. And also for helping bump our YouTube channel. Because like I say, once we unlock all that stuff, we can really go for it, because for the first 6 months or so I've not been able to justify putting loads of time in on YouTube because we just didn't really have the eyeballs there. But I don't know what's happened the last couple of weeks. It's just gone wild. So so now that's the case, I'll keep putting the hours in, you know, do the live streams, get a few more videos out regularly, try and do a few more clips. I don't want to lose this line. I quite like the line of that. This one has to go, though. Because this one I'm always crashing into. We'll replace it with something. Hopefully, actually, is this just a little thing here? If it is, yeah, perfect. That one sticks out a little bit, but I'll try and live with that. Let's see if we can get away with just doing that, because I like that row. I don't want to lose that. Yeah. Okay, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. So we managed to retain some cherry trees. It just means we've got a bit of turn. Like, I can see that one here being an issue, right? I can see when I come around this corner, I can see myself smacking into that, but it's going to be my fault because I've got enough room there. We're going to leave the wood chip, by the way, guys. You know I like doing that occasionally. It makes the farm look lived and worked. I don't think I've got any other trees to take. It seems like a bit of a waste, but there we go. We'll try and have a less eventful journey back to the forestry setup this time. Hopefully not so much drama. Oh, this is planned lovely now. Bloody TikTok studio. Okay, driver, and then took your eye out. I reckon we can get this one through the gateway, surely, he says. I'm such an optimist in this game. Not in real life, I'm a pessimist. But in this game... Oh, hell, I thought I was going to do that perfectly as well. First time I swung that round, I was feeling confident. Balls to right up. Awesome. Might as well leave his trailer here. And Throaty can stay here as well, since he's now found a new role in the forest. I think it suits Throaty in here. It's nice we've still got that whole tractor museum idea. We're going to be bloody playing this game for about 6 years before I ever get around to that, aren't I? Because I can't let go. I just keep finding jobs for these things. But I'm okay with that. Right. Welcome in, Big 'un, mate. I hope you're well. Right, that's that. So, all of that was to start clearing space for these piggies to go. We've only got piglets in here, so are we going to put them? Where are we going to put them? Where are we going to put them? We might as well go with the other piglets. Because then we've got one breeding pigsty full of adults who can get their jiggy on. If they just hurry up and get happy. And then, to be fair, they're at maximum value, but we want them to breed, really. And then we can have a pigsty full of babs, basically. I think there was enough capacity in there, weren't there? I hate that it doesn't show the capacity on that view. And I mention it all the while. Oh, God, yeah, look, we've only got 150 in there. Yeah, mate, we've had so much drama tonight, and I've just laughed it off, which says a lot about my state of mind. So, 15 minutes before I went to go live, I loaded up Farm Sim. Imagine this, right? I'm 500 odd hours into this save, and you go to the load the game, all the game save slots were empty. All empty. I'm like 15 minutes from due to go live, and my save that's gone on for nearly a year is completely missing. Like, proper panic attack inducing. I looked, all the game files are there in game slot 1. I had all my backup and everything. So I thought, I think calmly, Joel, don't do anything drastic. So I copied all the files from the backup, put it into game slot 2, loaded the game back up, and it's sitting there in game save slot 2. But game 1 is still empty. So whether it's corrupted, I have no idea. But I daren't touch that because I thought just in case something was salvageable or needed. So yeah, like absolutely insane. So recovered that. So I was about 5 minutes late going live. That was all sorted. Then I noticed my stream deck wasn't working with OBS. I updated OBS today, and I've obviously done it too early because normally the Elgato plugins, Streamlabs plugins all take a while to come. I always leave OBS a couple of weeks before updating it. For whatever reason, I didn't today. So I've got no way of like changing scenes, turning off cameras, all that stuff. I have to do it all manually. And then on top of that, TikTok Studio took up 50% of my CPU and was basically killing the game. So I had to say goodbye to TikTok early because obviously we're going out on Twitch and YouTube as well. They all took it brilliantly and everything, and a lot of them followed us over. But yeah, I'm so done with TikTok Studio. So done with TikTok Studio. Like, I'm not sitting here on a cheap PC and it just absolutely hogs everything. Like, hogs everything. But I've found the whole thing quite amusing, which is very rare for me, so clearly I'm in a good mood. And we're starting to get some regular chatters on YouTube Live, which is amazing, guys. And remember, guys, now that we're going out on YouTube, from the minute I end the stream, you'll be able to watch the whole thing in full, in perpetuity, or for as long as I leave it on there. So unlike Twitch, where you only had 2 weeks to watch the VOD, we've made a live stream playlist that all the Achy Acres stuff is going in. So go check that out. What I've done, I've moved all the farm tour stuff into a playlist called Farm Tours, and I know Achy Acres will be all the live streams, so you can go check out. Oh mate, there was a time when I didn't used to take it well. I used to get like proper like emotion, like that's fair to say, right? Because I worked so hard at all of this, and at the end of a long day, and sometimes I'd go live and say like the mic wasn't working or whatever, I'd get proper like, I'd be welling up over it because I was like thinking, fuck's sake, like the effort I'm putting in, and then it goes wrong. But now I don't. Now I just think I've got so many hours under my belt with this stuff. It just I just make something. I feel like when we had the power cut, right, and then we done the infamous TikTok live with Mama Mod the Ghost, and that ended up being a right bloody laugh. But I wouldn't have done that a couple of years ago. I'd have absolutely crumbled. I'd have absolutely crumbled. Right, guys, you're all on the move, I'm afraid. They're piglets. I should be able to fit more than bloody 13 of these in. We could pile them in, couldn't you? But nope. We're going to be transporting these all bloody day. And from the worst area to load from as well. Because we can't exactly do this quickly. Oh, for goodness sake. Everything's just going wrong tonight. I can't worry about it. Can't worry about it. And just to tell you how broken TikTok Studio is tonight, since it's updated, it's telling me I've still got 6 TikTok viewers, even though I killed TikTok Studio like an hour ago. So I think, guys, we'll return to OBS for TikTok stream, and I'll just set up a vertical canvas, do a multi-feed. So I'm done with. I'll take the hit on the throttle and take the hit on the throttle. And what do you mean it's no longer available? It's there. What did it say? It's not available. Oh, I'm trying to load it up to the bloody silo dipstick. Needs to go to this doorway. There we go. We're going to be doing this for a while, guys, but it's realistic, right? It did that to me as well. I closed OBS. I wasn't like, yeah, just TikTok does my head in for that sort of stuff. No, I'm very grateful of it. It's really grown our Twitch channel. Loads of people have found us, and I love doing the clips and the content and the, you know, the jokey stuff. I have a lot of fun doing that, but for live streaming, I'm not a fan. Yeah, means to an end. Because ultimately Twitch is always going to be my baby. So it's just a means to an end. I've been trying to get a good angle there. I've completely ballsed that up and missed the hitbox. There we go. No beverage, mate. This is probably the first one I'd like to say. I tried to keep this for stream only, right? So I really throw myself into this when I'm live. But in my spare time, I play builders, strategy games, a lot of Football Manager. I've been playing that. It's in early access at the minute. That Captain of Industry is brilliant. It was on sale for like 20 quid and it'd been on my wish list for ages, so I thought I'd get it. I've been loving that in my lunch breaks and that. Absolutely loving it. I never knew I could get so much satisfaction over laying pipes and conveyor belts. But no, so this is my only sim, mate. And it'll stay that way, I expect. So like I said before, and numerous times probably tonight already, by me only playing farm sim when I'm live, I hope brings like that authenticity, that passion comes across. I'm not coming up bored because I played it all day and now, oh god, I can't stream it for 4 hours. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I must admit, Will, I don't know if I'm buying the new one. I don't know if I'm just sour after how they handled last year because, you know, they just communicated nothing, right? They basically lied to people. They took people's pre-orders a week before cancelling the game. So they knew full well it was going to not happen, but they still took people's pre-orders. And that left a sour taste. I also saw how some of my favourite content creators suffered. You know, it basically killed some people's careers, right? With that lack of communication. But yeah, I'm loving my... I've got like... I'm in like year 18 or something stupid with Ajax on FM25. I was always going to do that. And I don't know if I'm ready to leave that save yet. So I think I might get FIFA this year. Just for a change. Not at freaking 99 quid for Ultimate pre-release, though. Absolutely not. I'll wait until the price comes down. No, I've not done rice yet, mate, because I only grow what the animals eat. That's kind of been my thing so far. So I do want to try corn. I've not done corn. I'm going to call it maize, because it is maize. I want to do maize for the first time this year. I'll get that planted because I've not done that whole when you cut it early for the you basically cut it for silage, don't you? I don't know. There's a term for that. What's the term? Bloody hell! What's the term for that? I've heard nothing but good things about it this year, Will. So I just play career mode. I don't do any of the ultimate team and using real money and all that nonsense. Forage. Thank you, Mr. X. Yeah, forage harvesting. I've not done any forage harvesting. I've not grown corn, and I can use it for my cows, right? If I've interpreted my real life knowledge, and it carries over to the game. Oh, Joel, you're going to the wrong hitbox again. My word. If my real world knowledge relates to what actually happens in the game, then in theory I should be able to give that to my cows. So yeah, I want to try that this year. Now we've got money and we're debt free and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, exactly that, Biggin. Well, you know, right? You've all heard me talk enough about here, and it's like games are supposed to be fun. If they stress you out, I don't do it. I'm exactly the same with FIFA. I don't touch Ultimate Team at all. I don't touch Pro Club. I don't touch none of that stuff. I just play career mode. say, this is the worst pen. I'm glad this pen's going because it's not in the best location for working it. We're getting there slowly, guys. I'm sorry. It's just taking forever. Actually, I don't care. It's quite chill. I get to talk to you guys as well. Crash into this fence occasionally. To be fair, old Joel was never getting around there. I'd have got stuck 4 times. Quite easily. To get another loan to upset Miles. I love being debt-free. I told you, though, that was a brilliant insight, guys, into my mindset, right? I decided just one day, didn't I? Come on stream, we're going to go debt-free. And within, what, 3 streams I did it? Like, £2 million gone. Like, that is basically how I live my life. I suddenly have an idea, and I can't do something half-assed. I have to go full tilt all the while. The amount of things I enjoy that I've given up because I can't do it to the ability I want to do it. Like, I got back into cycling last summer, but because I could only cycle 50 miles and not... I used to do 100-mile sportives, like, I had no interest anymore. That's it. That's it. Sell the bike. I'm done. I just can't ever do anything by half. Like this save, right? You all know I'm still going to be sitting here in year 3, where we're starting to get early news of, like, FS25 or something coming out. And I'm going to be still here. Like, 2,000 hours. Oh, Miles, you're with us. Thank you for coming over, Miles, mate. Didn't expect you to do that. Guys, if you're not familiar with Miles, he's an absolute OG on our channel on TikTok. I'm very grateful for their company, which included whilst they were on holiday recently. Oh, I thought I could get that. Oh, I flicked. Oh, you little bugger. There it is. There it is. It's also nice, I'm not going to lie, guys. It's nice not having to constantly keep saying what's going on outside the borders of a vertical screen. I could just play the game knowing you can all see it. Like, that's quite nice. I don't miss that. Obviously, you can't see this. I was just getting so tired of having to say that. You're a star, mate. Thank you. If we're ever in the same place at the same time IRL, I definitely owe you your other half a drink as well. For letting you get away with watching the streams whilst you're in bloody Greece. Trouble is, mate, a lot of the people on Twitch these days came from TikTok, so I do have to put the effort in on TikTok because it fuels the thing that pays the bills, right? If I'm being brutally honest, I've lined up to the wrong box again. Like, how many times can one idiot make the same mistake? Yeah, like, the reason our Twitch channel has grown as much as it has in the last year is because of all you guys that have come over, like plates of Mr. X, that are part of the furniture now, found us originally on TikTok and that. So, but I think a lot of people come over from the content, not the lives. I'm not going to lie. I think a lot of people watch the clips and come over from that. But yeah. She says she'll hold. Yeah, absolutely right. I'm a man of my word, Miles. Not a problem. Is Miles over on Twitch? He is, GV. Sorry, yeah, I just realised Miles ain't going to be able to see that. You know, the other thing I could do if we were only on YouTube and Twitch, I could put a multi-chat on screen. So I just don't feel safe doing that on TikTok. I never have done. Same reason my son has stopped coming on at the start of streams. Once we started going live on TikTok, me and my wife decided we can't protect him from, you know what I mean? I know you couldn't on any setting, but TikTok is more likely to get something controversial. And not to mention, we've got much better tools on Twitch. TikTok, you can't delete a message. It's absolutely mad. You can't delete a message. You can ban someone, but their messages still sit there. It's absolutely insane, but there we go. That pig is going nuts. He's living his best life there, that piglet. throat was sore, but that's going to be all the bloody talking I had to do last week. I quite like doing this all manually. I know you get people come in talk about auto loaders and all this sort of stuff, but I don't know. When we sold all them... Oh, my Xbox remote has gone off again. There we go. I'll have to look at that. I don't know what. My PC... just everything tonight. It's this room. The light is flickering. Ever since the skull and crossbones started flickering behind me, things have started to go wrong in here. It's going to be like Final Destination. It's going to be things fall down and just miss me. But yeah, like when we sold all them pigs the other night, or sheep, sorry, the other night when we got rid of the sheep, I don't know, it felt really rewarding doing it all yourself. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the first time I got stuck, Joel. Come on. Doing so well, and then your concentration went. No, it's not, and that's why I like doing the TikTok, Miles, because it gives people the option, right? And that's always what I've been about, like kind of meeting people where they are. And if sorry, for a second there I doubted I didn't have a look. They say 13, you can get loads more piglets in there. It might be 13 pigs, you get 30 piglets in anyway. Yeah, it's a bit like my advocacy is all about trying to meet people where they are and everything else. And I like that idea that people have got options. Some people would say you're splitting your community and you're best to focus on one. But for me, it's worked out like really well. Putting my content out in more... I've done the same. I am actually like clinically an idiot, because that is now the 5th time I've lined up to the solo rather than the door. Anyway. I'm just chuffed that the YouTube's kicked on, because I put so much effort into that, and I'm talking like at the start of the year, right? It's taken a year for people to find that, or for the algorithm to match the right people to it, or whatever. Yeah, I'm just so pleased with that, because some of them videos on YouTube take me freaking hours. I can't tell you how, and maybe it's me, right? Maybe I'm just not very good, or not very sharp. But they take me hours. So then when you put them up and they get like 18 views, it's just soul destroying, because you know you can stream to more than that on Twitch within 10 minutes of going live, or I can. I'm very fortunate, I know, these days. So to see them finally finding people, and we're getting loads of comments like every day now, people commenting on them, like, and then going on to find the Twitch streams, it's awesome. Feels like all that effort was worth it. To be honest, time went quick shipping the sheep off. Yeah, and it's like this. It allows me to talk more, right? You know, I'm going to crash occasionally because I'm not paying attention. Right on cue. But it allows us to... You noticed when we were selling them sheep, that was... I know we had all the biscuit chat, but that was chat. Before that, it was dead quiet for like 10, 15 minutes. It was silent. But then because I was doing like this, like, zombie task that allowed me to chat to you guys more... Everything lit up, and that's like tonight, right? We definitely, right before Biggin joined us, he's going to try and take credit now, but right before you joined Biggin, mate, you know, it'd gone right chill. I was just cutting down trees and all this sort of stuff. But when you have more time to talk, and that's why I love this game, because when I was doing Fall Guys or some build in Minecraft that required me to really concentrate, I couldn't talk to anyone, right? You couldn't. Whereas this, I can say, right, guys, I'm going to do some Bob Ross and I'm concentrating for a bit. Then I can just do something. And you can always keep something going on. And even with the AI, right? That's another reason why this game is perfect for streaming. Because if I'm having a bad day or my hands are sore, you know, I've got health conditions and that, you stick AI on and I can just chat to you guys and it's good content. And yeah, it just works for me, right? Just works for me. Just joined you on YouTube, been lurking on TikTok for a couple of months now. Thank you so much, Roger. Really appreciate it, mate. Really appreciate it. Thank you. And they're right on cue, guys, when you were saying earlier about TikTok. That's why we post on TikTok, because it does help people come into the longer form stuff, and then that's how we build our community, right? I hope you're having a good day, Roger. Are you another... Have we got another person from the Netherlands there? I'm making a lot of assumptions from your name. So I'm really sorry if I'm like going to massively offend you. We have loads of Dutch people in our community these days. I wondered if we just gained another. I personally love YouTube for following series on my break, but love the lives, the social, and that's what it's about, right, Miles? That's the goal. So I'd never done YouTube videos. I'd done them for serious stuff. I've got another channel you can go see. That does all right, like not so much these days because it's a bit inactive, but it's got like over 3,000 subs on, and I could do all the serious stuff. But when I'd done Twitch for 3 years, I just streamed Twitch, and it was Theo who told me to put clips on TikTok, and then everything exploded. I don't think it was just that. I think it was a combination of me changing the game, changing my branding, and do you know what I mean, and all that sort of stuff. And if that arsewipe, excuse my language, who's holding on to the name on Twitch, even though it's inactive for years, ever does anything or goes away, then we'll rebrand everything, Twitch included. But I think all that helped, like, just narrow the gap for people listening and giving us a go. And I just think the content, I just think the game suits me perfectly in a way that no other game has for streaming, right? Yes, fine, thanks. Just planning, join you on in the background. Mr. Yellow is Dutch. Yeah, we've got loads. I don't know what's gone on, Mr. Yellow. The last couple of weeks, we've just had loads and loads of Dutch people find us. So obviously something's going on with the algorithm, right? Well, I'm happy with that. I'm from Norwich, so I take a 40-minute flight to Schiphol like 7 or 8 times a year. I feel closer to Netherlands than I do some parts of the UK. So yeah, it's great to see you all in here, guys. Love it. And that is what we exist for, to have on in the background. I love this, guys. So if you're on Twitch are going to know exactly how much this means to me because I bang on about it all the time. So Roger, who's been following on TikTok and has just found us on YouTube, has put, helps me feel not so alone. Like, that is it, like, if I could have a tagline for what we're trying to achieve here, that's it, right? Whether you have us on in the background, or you listen, or you get involved in chat, or you're playing the game whilst I'm yapping on in the back, whatever's going on, if it helps you do it, because for me, right, this is where it will start, and I know some of you regulars have heard this a million times, but obviously a lot of people come and go with live streams. I was using computer games to deal with being in permanent pain that couldn't be cured. It was the only thing that kept me sane at times. But what I would realise I'd done is I'd spent all night playing a game. That'd help me switch off. That'd help me stop thinking about the pain. But it meant I had no friends, right? It was isolating. I wasn't socialising doing that. And I couldn't play things like the games I used to play, like your World of Warcrafts and stuff, because as soon as I got to a certain point, nobody would tolerate my breaks and my disability and all that sort of stuff. So I played more and more solo games and stopped playing multiplayer games, and that all become very isolating. So I started all of this in the hope, it's selfish as well, right, because it helps me, but in the hope that we could build a community who are playing computer games for whatever reason, life in general, doesn't have to just be health. And I've had people message me saying it should just be health. That's nonsense. I don't think we should be exclusive to how we help people through this venture. And if you can do that while socialising, then surely that's like win-win, right? That's win-win. JVA, you're not alone, yeah. I know I've said this before, I'm so glad it's all worked out for you, but also for us. I don't know, it's just almost like everything come together. But I know some of you have heard this backstory already, but it took me quitting Twitch, right? There's literally a YouTube video out there on my other serious channel saying why I'm stopping streaming. I paused the Chronic Pain Club, which was a really popular YouTube show we used to do on a Sunday night, interviewing doctors and researchers and academics and patients and all this sort of thing. I paused that. There's a podcast called the Joel Nelson Podcast. You can go look that up if you ever want to. I paused that, and I'd done a video saying I'm stopping streaming on Twitch because I weren't enjoying it. Welcome in, Rexy, mate. Great to see you. I weren't enjoying it. I felt like I was doing what everyone else wanted me to do, and we weren't having an impact. And for me, the impact was more important than everything else. And I don't know why I had like this eureka moment. I genuinely don't. But I saw all the noise about the new version of Farm Sim coming out. Obviously I hadn't played it. Didn't get early access or anything like that. And I sort of said to my wife, that's the game. Like, it provides nature, it provides escapism, it's chill, it's low pace, slow paced. And that's what I'm going to do. And I don't know why. I still don't know why I picked it. But from the minute I started streaming it, it made sense. And the rest is history. So yes, I started posting on TikTok, and yes, the streams went from 2 hours to 4 hours because I was playing so when I was playing like Minecraft and Fall Guys and stuff like that, after 2 hours I was burnt out, right? I was exhausted, health and everything. But whereas this, I take a break now in the middle, and so I made lots of changes in one hit. But I don't think it was any one of them. I don't think it was because just Farm Sim, same as I don't think it was just because I started posting on TikTok. I just think all of them things came together, you know, to be more of the sum of the parts or whatever. But it's weird, isn't it? And some people say, oh, you bet you wish you should have started this years ago. I'm like, no. Because years ago, I was a crap streamer. I'm not great now. But years ago, I couldn't fill the space like I do now. I couldn't laugh off the challenges like I do now. I couldn't pick and choose what to get involved in chat. Like, I was trying to answer everything, and that just led to me getting myself into situations I should never have gotten myself in. You know, and acknowledging trolls and all that stuff I've learned just not to do now. So when someone comes in, can we see a tour? I don't answer it, knowing that someone in chat's going to point them to the information they want, and, you know, so then the content's better for the whole rather than the individual. But for a long while, I was streaming, like, I think for others, and, you know, I'd come off stream, I'd jump into Discord and ask like 4 or 5 people, oh, was that all right? Should we do this? Should we do that? And then I'd act on that feedback, and it's mad, right? When you think about it, it's mad. Not because they were wrong. They're wonderful people, they're my friends and everything else. But I was constantly looking for reassurance because I doubted myself so much in doing all of this, because I started doing it to help people. I didn't do it because I had any bloody desire to be in front of a camera. And you only have to go back and watch our early stuff to see how uncomfortable I was. I was doing it as part of my like advocacy work, I suppose. And then the trouble is that sets a tone, right? That you're doing it for other people. And at some point in that washing machine, you lose sight that you've also got to be enjoying it yourself and doing what you want to do. That's all I got to say about that. But it has been hard. It's been really hard. Especially when, like I say, we used to have community meetups and them core people like you saw Amy in tonight. I love Amy like a sister. I love that woman. And obviously we used to hang out on stream most nights and chat, and you know, her life's moved on and my life's moved on, and we don't get to do that as often, and that makes me sad. But you could focus on that, right? Or you could focus on what you've gained. And I've gained, all you guys, I've also gained a lot more confidence in doing this. I'm also having a lot more fun doing this. And I think if people you know, genuinely care about you, they see that and they're happy, you know? It's like my wife, like Mama Mod isn't in chat all night like she used to be. But she can see I'm happy doing it. And if I needed her, she'd come as soon as I asked. And I've got piglets in there. Do you know what I mean? But it's just weird getting used to that safety net that you have when you're a very small streamer with a close-knit friends supporting you, if that makes sense. It is a safety net, and it's quite hard to cut that rope and go in a direction you believe is right, because ultimately when you turn to those people, they're not going to want change. They're going to ask for what you've always done, and that's fine. That's totally cool. No one's right, no one's wrong. But at some point, if you want to get to a different place, you have to make hard decisions, and I feel like I'm now starting to see the fruits from all of that, which is good. God, we've gone deep tonight. Sorry, guys. It's all this pig transporting. That's made me far too relaxed. I can't imagine this game without ground deformation. I love it. I love a day like, right, so we spent hours in April, and I love that everywhere you look, you can see where I've been and the effort and the mud and the shit and the love that bit of the game. Did my light just finally... Oh, I thought my light had finally died for good then. I thought the whole Final Destination thing was about to happen. I reckon when that light dies, that's when the bad thing happens. I do quite like it flickering though now. I've got used to it flickering. No, you're fine, Biggin. You're fine. I'm quite relaxed, mate. Don't stress me out. I've had enough drama for one night. I don't know how I kept that together, guys. I sat down at 6:30 like I always do. Start turning everything on and getting all my lights on and all that jazz. Getting everything in the right place. Oh, Xbox remote has done that thing again. I will fix that as well. Like, everything's gone wrong tonight. And I've just... I don't know how I've stayed so calm. It's either that or my wife has started like microdosing me without me realising. It's just like medicating my anxiety or something. But I don't know why. Like, I've got my remote turning off, I've got my stream deck not working, my game file save disappeared. And I'm just like, we've had to kill TikTok early. I'm just cool as a cucumber. Who is this person? And where have I been for 40 years? By the way, massive shout out to all the people that got us on in the background or whatever on YouTube or just enjoying us actively, guys. Len, thank you for the sub as well. I know it was a few minutes ago, it's only just come through on my screen. Because, yeah, we're trying to work towards the 3,000 watch hours so we can give you memberships and stickers and all that jazz like you get on Twitch and TikTok. But until we get 3,000 watch hours, we can't. We're getting really close. We're about 1,000 away because one of our videos sort of went... One of my farm tour videos, the old one, not the recent one, the old one, that's a month old, went from 500 views to 9,000 views in a week. I don't know why, no idea why, but that's helped us along, and hopefully the live streams will get us over the line, guys. So appreciate you all. Farm while watching you farm. Sorry, Rexy, I've read that completely wrong, but thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Yeah. Oh, and also at the start of the stream, Big, and the other thing that happened is there's been a lot of rain today. For most people in the UK know that. The rain literally started coming in sideways through the window, so I had to pull my aircon pipe in. So for the first 2 hours, I couldn't have aircon at a time when my PC was getting absolutely mullered by TikTok Studio. And I thought, oh my God, it's going to bloody blow up in a minute. So, yeah, everything, literally. The only thing we hadn't had is a power cut, and I'll probably now talk that up. But there was a time, you go back to 2021, 2022, I would have had sweat dripping off my nose if any one of those things happened. If any one of them happened, let alone all of them. It's definitely a skill stream, and it's weird, isn't it? You get all the old comments and... Oh, get a real job, and do you know what I mean? People like, and I've probably been guilty of that years ago, thinking, oh, it must be nice, just play games. But it's definitely a skill to it, and I feel like the last year I've really earned my stripes. I don't really know what term I'm looking for. Christ, oh, there's a manure pit there, man. Welcome in, Zach. I hope you're well. Cheers, Will. I'll be wrapping up in 15 minutes or so anyway, but thank you. Cheers for looking out for me. Oh yeah, cheers, mate. I normally wait for Hamster to say they're leaving. This is around Hamster's bedtime. They might have gone already. And mine, yeah, Miles, you're the same. But I'm not used to you being on Twitch. You can, now you're on Twitch, you can redeem the whole, take a break or something. Where is this? I'm sure it was here. I've missed it now. Oh, that's why I feel bad, because like Virtual Farmer has been such an amazing supporter. Like the amount of raids we've had from who is like top tier UK farm sim streamer, right? Like if you've not watched his streams, you know of his YouTube content. Like top bloke. Raided us so many times, but we both finished at 11. So the amount of times I feel like I should stay on for another half an hour because just to say thank you. Yeah, see, Miles, you got me to thank for that. It's because I offered her that free drink. She's letting you have overtime. Jesus, guys, this bottle was full when I started tonight. Shows you how much talking I've done. I don't know if you that's see it, but it's basically there. My like gallon drum. I like that. She's playing COD. Couples that game together stay together. I say that. Me and my wife don't really game together now. We're doing it in different rooms, but I hope when I stream it gives her a bit of free time to do that sort of stuff. Whereas otherwise I'd be like putting some crap on Netflix and she'd be on her phone. I like to think it's beneficial for her. She might absolutely hate me streaming like 12 hours a week in the evenings. Who knows? Yeah, Nia's stopped watching the streams now since the whole farm sim thing, because she used to join with the Minecraft, you know, and I think that's why our old community struggled so much with the change, because everything I streamed was you could join in, right? Because I thought that's how I had to build a peer support community that used gaming to escape. So it was always like, right, what can I play that's accessible, that's free to play, that people can get their hands on? So it was always like Fall Guys or Among Us or Minecraft or all that sort of stuff, right? Because I thought I had to do multiplayer, and I realised it was just exhausting me. So the trouble is, all the people that were here for that, to get involved, play in the world with you and everything, you can't now, so I get it, you know, whereas you guys are here to have me on in the background or get inspiration, ideas from the same game that you play or whatever. So it's like a different angle, right? Miles, I'm not going to lie, mate. I read that sentence completely wrong. I'm not going to explain how I read your last sentence completely wrong, but it went in a whole different direction to when after I reread it. Morgan, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. Really appreciate it. No heading off. Another great stream, mate. Definitely a different vibe than a chill Sunday stream, and I'm here for it. Yes, like I say, Tuesdays and Fridays tend to be a bit livelier. Sundays tend to be our sort of chat's really quiet, and you know, we're trying to forget, right, and switch off a bit for the week ahead and everything. But yeah, thank you so much, mate. I appreciate it. Only me could see the words covering her jump out at me, Miles, and I jumped to all, because anyone who hasn't streamed, right, you quickly read a message to make sure it's safe-ish before you start reading it out, right? Like, because every streamer has been in that position where somebody puts something in chat to try and get you to say it out loud and you don't realise what you said and all that. That's horrible. You're really aware of it when you first start streaming, and then over time you get a bit desensitised to it. But so you go onto autopilot, that you quickly skim read a message before you read it out, and for whatever reason my brain just picked out, like, yeah, just I saw upstairs working in exclamation quotations and covering her, and I stopped thinking I shouldn't read that. I'm sorry. Yeah, normally we're very chill here, but I suppose with everyone coming together, and like I say, I'm just in a good mood tonight, I think, which helps a lot. Especially with all... I've kind of got an effort approach to tonight after everything that's gone wrong. So if you're watching this back on YouTube as the second live stream that's gone up in its entirety on our YouTube channel, I'd like to point out I'm not always this cavalier. It's just been a rough night. If everything's gone wrong, and I've kind of just thrown a bit more caution to the wind. I just realised if some of you TikTok lot are going to start appearing on Twitch, I'm going to have to start freeing up some bloody VIP badges. Because if anyone's earned a VIP badge, if there was a TikTok equivalent, Miles, that'd be you, mate. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you'll see it next to Mr. X's name. You get limited amount per channel. It's always a bit awkward when you have to remove them, though. Because you'll get people who'll be, like, really heavily into the channel for 6 months or so. And then they disappear. And after a year, you've got to start, like, freeing some up to give to new people. And there was a time where Twitch used to notify people that they'd lost their VIP badge. It was horrible. Like, it was horrible. Like, how can you take it away from someone if they're going to know you're taking it away and they decide to reappear after 18 months of inactivity? Oh, cheers, mate. Sneer and Rainbow, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. I hope you're having a good evening and the week is treating you well so far. Hey man, really appreciate your farm tour on YouTube. Loving the farm. Thank you, mate. I don't know what's happened. That if you watched the year 10 one, that went up on YouTube like a month ago, and for some reason this week everyone in the world who likes farm sim has been shown it. I don't know why YouTube is suddenly helping me, but I'm glad you found us. And also, I don't think I've put pigs in there, have I? Have I put pigs in there? I must have done. But yeah, I'm really grateful for you coming and checking out the live stream as well, mate. Genuinely, thank you. Because all of the have I got pigs in here? Sorry, mate, I'm getting distracted here by I might have done something really stupid and I've drove away without putting any in. I don't see them. I don't think there's any pigs in there. Goodness sake, Joel. Or was it all up? We'll soon know. Is it empty? Yeah, there's 5 bloody pigs in there, Joel. What are we doing on? Anyway, thank you, mate. That's what I'm trying to say. I appreciate you. Because them videos take a lot of effort, and my real love is the live stream. And so, so when people find them and it helps, like, bring people to the lives, then that's awesome. That's the win. Right, Joel, for goodness sake. Right, have I got pigs in here now? Am I just putting them back in? I'm just putting... Yeah, move to the trailer. Joel, you're an idiot. I'm chatting away, not concentrating. I was moving the same 5... Them poor piglets have gone in and out of the trailer like 4 times. I don't know if they're coming or going. Right. There better be bloody piglets in that trailer now. Yes, I can see them. It's been a long day, guys. It's been a long... My work day started at 7:45. My only breaks in the day have been to walk the dog, let the dog out, feed the dog. I had a quick dinner with my son, and that was about it. That's my excuse, anyway. Right, that is all the piggies transported. How many have we got in here now, then? Oh, again, can't see it in that screen. Absolutely does my head in. So 350 piglets, and they're still going to have room to produce a few babies. And then this breeding one, this small one, I'm going to use as like a breeding one, right? This actually works really well because we have this smaller one for adults. They breed. We have the piglets in here to grow up. And then when they get to adults in the big one, they sell, and we just cycle and cycle. Makes sense? Makes sense to me. At least you've eaten for a change. Yeah, I had 2 boiled eggs, mate. I'm not eating a lot at the minute because I won't go into it. I've got a load of bloody stomach problems, and they found some stuff in tests, and so I'm very aware of what I'm eating, and like until I know what I'm dealing with. But it would make a lot. It would explain a lot. It would explain a lot. But yeah, I haven't actually got. We've got a way to go before I'm going to get like some answers. But I've got so paranoid. So like when I go to these events, like last week, you get offered so much free alcohol, right? You get invited to reception dinners. It's not why I do it. A lot of them I turn them down and sit in my hotel room because for me, I'm there for the work and to make a difference. And that stuff is handy. You do networking and you maybe make some contacts and maybe you find some funders or whatever at those things. But it's not why I do it. But last week was the first time I'd gone one of these things and I've turned down all the free drink. Like all of it. I was drinking bloody water. I was at a reception drinking water while everyone's going round offering fizzy. Yeah, so I'm just really bloody paranoid. So yeah, I had boiled eggs tonight. I'm eating like some sort of boxer who's trying to drop weight. Right, this can go then. Sad time. It's been here. Guys, this has been here since about year 2, I reckon. I wish I'd done the farm tour videos earlier because I could have gone back and looked. I reckon this pigsty's been here since year 2 or 3. Will it tell you? There we go, 55 months. What's that, guys? Maybe not as long. That's more than 55 months, surely. Or did we upgrade it then from medium to large? I'm going to drink on Saturday, though. I've got a mate's 50th birthday party. You know you're getting old when your friends start having 50th birthday parties. My word. But I'm going to do some day drinking for that because some of them blokes I haven't seen for years. We've had that more than... We've had pigs here for way more than that. What's that on about 55 months? GV, yeah. We've had it more than 5 years because 5 years only takes us back to like year 6 or 7. I reckon we had a smaller pigsty and I upgraded it. Well, no, actually, because on TikTok, we done that video, the Norfolk pigs thing, where they were all, like, looked into bread. But anyway, that's a story for another day. Sell. Well, we'll get some money back for this. How much is this farm charge? Like, just doing that farm tour video for year 11, which is what we're in, obviously, compared to year 10. And obviously we'd got rid of chickens, put pigs here. With all the forestry stuff was up and running. This farm's just changing constantly. I love it. Love it. So we're going to be putting sheds and stuff here. And that area never works. I can never drive around it properly. I don't know why I'm still trying to justify it. It's done, Joel. Let it go. Okay. And we can see manure is filling up. What was I doing next with the money? I thought I was doing something else with the pigs. Maybe I wasn't. I have got. Should I use, while I got tracks, should I just get some mud down? Oh, I don't know if I want to go deep. I can't. It's 2 minutes to 11, Joel. You can't go bloody Bob Ross and now. You'll be here until midnight. You'll be here until midnight. But we've got 110k in the bank. Don't need to tell you that because you can see it. You're not on TikTok now. 110k in the bank, and we're sitting on a ton of pigs. We're making money, guys. We're making money. You're putting the shed where the old pen was and adding decorations pig pen. Yeah, that's it. We'll have to pick up next time. Because if I start that now, we all know I ain't finishing, right? Josh, thank you for the follow, the sub on YouTube, mate. Really appreciate it if you're still with us. Thank you so much for supporting us on YouTube. It's only our second live we've gone out on there, so thank you very much. Appreciate it. Shout out as well to all the guys who have kept the chat going on YouTube and people like GV and JCB Dave and that coming over to YouTube after we ended the TikTok live. So for those of you who have been here a while, you'll know that's what I used to do. If you remember, I used to go live on TikTok for an hour and then tell everyone they could carry on watching us on Twitch, and that used to work really well as like a funnel. So we could do that, right? If YouTube Studio is going to continue to eat resource on my machine, then maybe we do that again, because it used to work really well for us. We used to do a bit of a farm tour, talk about what we were doing. But rather than me doing an hour on TikTok and then going 8 till 11 on Twitch, is what I used to do, they join us, and then at 8 o'clock we say, cheerio. I remember, yeah, but you see, like I say, what I used to do is do 7 till 8 on TikTok, and then, so it split the audience, which doesn't work. But what I think I will do is do everything like we did tonight, and then after an hour, we say goodbye to TikTok, and yeah. And then that way, I haven't got to keep considering that the people can only see part of the screen. There's one less chat to keep up with. Yeah, we might give that a go later in the week, guys. We might give that a go later in the week. Yeah, and it doesn't have to, Miles, it doesn't have to be the tour, right? I used to do the tour because we weren't on Twitch and people couldn't, I didn't want anyone to miss anything. Does that make sense? So when we used to do the farm tour on TikTok, it was because I didn't want to do any gameplay that our regulars would miss. But if we're just having everyone join us for the first hour and then we end that feed, I haven't got to worry about that because everyone's on board, right? I really hope it rains on the next stream so I can see what this does. I really hope that rains. Right, so we made some space, guys. On the next stream, we will decorate around here a little bit more. We'll put some paths in. It'd be lovely to have a dirt track going all the way around this border. I think that'll work really well. Similar to what I've sort of done here or something. Maybe not gravelly, more dirt, I think. And then we're going to put in, like I say, some new sheds. There's 2 sheds I want to get in. One is obviously this mod that I've been banging on about with 3 bins, because you know I love a good old bulk material shed. Like that looks like it'll fit there nicely. We might have to get a little bit creative. We can bring that out. We can fit that there quite easily. We've done it before. We'll do it again as long as it lets me build all the way down there. Presumably it will if I've done it on that side. It'll let me do it on this side. So if you imagine he goes there and we could put hay and straw and whatnot in there. Christ, we could even use it as temporary storage for crops or whatever. And then in this space, I would love to get one of these British barns finally. I think that will look awesome. I'm almost tempted to slap her down now, but I'm not going to because I might regret it. But you know what I mean? I think that'll just be awesome, and we can use that as a grain store or whatever. It's more for looks, this one, but I think it looks great. I think that fits in there lovely. And I've been wanting to put that in for a long while. There's several here you can pick from. There's ones without the concrete padlet. That one's quite nice. Sounds like a good idea because number are good on TikTok, but we said like up and down. Well, you've all seen it. GV, Miles, any of you guys that are here from TikTok have all seen it, right? We do like 100 to 300 people for the first hour, and then it drops off a cliff. That is just the nature of TikTok, right? It just drops off a cliff. So it's saving my breath as well, and it means we can focus on our core audience, which is Twitch and hopefully in the future YouTube as well. But yeah, it's just, that isn't. People are used to swiping, right? That is Twitch. Is TikTok. It's just that. So even if people watch for 5 minutes, you can't assume they're going to be there 5 minutes later. So yeah, I think that'll work. Because it's worked for us in the past, but in a slightly different format. But if we merge the two and we do an hour live, that scratches the itch for the people on TikTok. And then when them numbers inevitably drop off, and they really dropped off a cliff tonight, guys, like from hundreds to, I think, 14, 15 by the end. So yeah, I think that'll work. Biggin says it'll work. Of course. Whereas now you'll be live on all 3 the whole time, but then drop TikTok. Yeah, so basically, Miles, I'll do the full 4 hours like you expect on Twitch and YouTube, but TikTok will just do the first hour. Yeah, it really dropped off, Miles, like depressingly so. And we all know why TikTok does it, right? They want you to use flares and try and promote, and I ain't doing it. Like, I ain't doing it. So yeah, that's what this is gonna look awesome. Look at that, guys. That's gonna look. That's an absolute win there, isn't it? Or I tilt it this way, and like I've done here, where we have like a little working area. You could have a couple here. You could have 2 of these here, and this bad boy here. Or would that look? Would that fit better in here? Hang on. Yeah, that fits better in there. We put him there with a couple of these British sheds. Here. Lovely bloody job. That's going to be awesome. That's going to be awesome, right? That's all. I love that. Right, I look forward to next stream, guys. I might even be here before Friday, because I might not be able to wait. I'm full of ideas on this save now. We've made some space. And I might not be able to wait. So, I'll let you know, but it's probably going to be before Friday, all right? Keep an eye on Discord. You know the score. If you're on YouTube, guys, you can find the Discord link on the channel at the top under the About section. And, yeah, massive thank you for everyone hanging out tonight, guys, and going with the flow despite all the challenges. I think that says a lot about our community that we can just laugh that stuff off, and I have the confidence to laugh it off because you guys are so super supportive, so thank you for that. I'm going to have to manually send you to the ending screen because my bloody stream deck isn't working. I'll get all that stuff ironed out, guys. Thank you for your patience tonight. I had a lot of fun. It was clearly what I needed because, yeah, it's put me in a brilliant mood despite everything going wrong. And we didn't lose the save, which is awesome. And it gave me an early warning to make sure I've got even more backups than I already have. So, guys, thank you very much. Really appreciate you all. Massive shout out to all the people like Miles and Dave and all the others that came over. GV on YouTube. If you've been watching us on YouTube, guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thank you for helping us get towards our goal of being able to offer memberships and all that sort of stuff. I really appreciate it. It unlocks a lot on YouTube once we get to partner status, so thank you for that. And if you haven't done so already, go check out the YouTube videos because all those minutes add up and help us get to that 3,000 target. Until next time, guys, thank you very much for hanging out, and take care of yourselves, and I'll definitely see you before Friday. I can feel it in my waters. Speak soon, guys. Bye-bye.